more 9,000. What's wrong? It's totally normal to wear Halloween outfits. This is how your moral is. When the urge comes, it is time to procreate. I must find a quiet place. May I lay my egg here?
No, why not?
I don't care what that mean human says. It's my right to lay an egg here. Refreshing. The mask not only keeps me safe, but my baby as well. Humans are not communicating with me. Hello. Bill Gates will now block out the sun, and I will build this rocket and escape your planet. I've conquered a lot of planets. This was pretty easy to conquer. Thank you. Thank you, Earthling.
Okay. I don't know what to say.
Mike, one of the most egomaniacal liars, has been exposed.
Egomaniacal, Jeremy, not egomaniacal. What the hell's wrong with you?
You ever heard of the South Bend Shovel Slayer? He walks up and down the streets every night.
What are you doing?
I'm burying you.
I'm alive! I'm alive!
You're waking the neighbors!
No!
Shut up!
No!
Close your eyes. Let the dirt just shower over you. This is your fault.
If the shovel doesn't fit, you must have quit. Pick up OJ 2.0. OJ 2.0.
Just chill out. You know, drink a 7-Up, eat a moon pie, quit murdering people.
And we are live. What's going on, everyone? It's
God.
Tuesday night's main event. Shout out to Jay Hailstorm for the intro. Shout out to Josiah for giving his life for the intro. And Mike is with us from prison. This is his one phone call. We managed to give him about a 2.5-hour phone call. But how's everybody doing tonight? It's Tuesday night's main event. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Shout out to Alex Jones for being the most entertaining man on the internet. That's what they took from you right there when they took that man off of social media. They took that from us, and that is a damn shame. But we got Ryan from RK Outpost. What's up, man?
Not much. I'm just like thinking about Mike broadcasting from prison and how I thought that, you know, prison would actually be a pretty boring background, but I think Mike's actual background's worse. So good to have him here, though.
Mike, you a little upset about that one? Is there some sarcasm?
They're handing out free crack pipes over here. I'm excited. I'm having a great time.
For racial equity.
They've probably all been in someone's asshole, so just beware of that.
Oh, no.
It's to prevent infection, okay? It's
fine. How's prison treating you, Mike?
Dude, I'm good. I've been sick, and it's kind of effed up everything, but I'm doing better now, so glad to be here. Glad to be right next to Ryan on the panel. It's great. I love it, you know, moving up in the world. Pretty soon, shovel him into a hole, and we'll be good.
What do we got here? What do we got right here? Geeks and Gamers news from the Josiah account. We can't even assume this is Josiah. This is the Josiah account. Are you posting these, Mike? Into the line. Mysterious man murders best friend.
That would imply that I have a laptop in prison, which tells you that I have a lot more power than you guys thought I did. So.
Fucking kingpin.
Yeah, you've been posting a lot. Josiah rises his back in unpredictable twist. We thought that the story had drawn to a satisfactory conclusion, even if it was not a happy one. But now we have further development that no one saw coming. I don't know what's going on, but you might want to tune in for a little bit later. We may have some developing stories. So, Mike, you might want to come up with some excuses in the next hour or so.
I already have them ready, like I didn't already have them sitting here.
Oh man, Ivan Ortega, what up, Ivan?
What's up, dude? I mean, usually I have something to say. You know, it's not often that I'm speechless, but all I have to say is Alex Jones comes to a live stream with us, and that's the result of it. You know, like I was not expecting that. Mike, please don't kill my family. You know, I'm gonna try to stay as respectful as possible with Mike because I have family in the prison he's in, and I just want them to be safe. Like I really do.
That's respect you can't buy.
I'll never forget it when like Ryan's the one that really elevated this because it was kind of just a little joke, but then like Ryan was like, "You have killed this man," and then Rip was like, "Damn, straight to murder, man!" Like you said it so passionately.
I was like, "You can't handle the truth." Like I really went after it there.
Yeah.
You have killed this man.
Just playing the odds.
Oh man, what's up? What's up, Ripper?
Yeah, man, same old shit. Just busy as all get out. Working
Never
like
stop.
fucking nonstop. This is my third show of the day.
Hell yeah. Well, that makes up for your real short one the other day.
Yeah, I had a 20. I did a 20-minute show yesterday. That was unexpected. I made it work.
Yeah.
I made it work. But nah, man, all has been good. Just grinding, same old stuff. It's always good to be here on a Tuesday. But yeah, man, just been grinding with this book shit, just everything surrounding trying to get all these assets ready, man. And such is my life right now. So this next month is gonna be crucial, and it's gonna be nonstop. But I like to grind. I can't complain.
That's what happened. So I've been really busy. Rippa's been busy. That's how Dan was able to win 4 straight cups in Mario Kart because it's really not because he's good. It's just me and Rippa.
Whatever you got to tell yourself, Jeremy.
Busy and distracted, and it's bullshit, man. Damn it. Yeah. Every fucking excuse we came up with, and he overcame it. That's bullshit, man. We're like, oh, he's only doing it on 200 or on frantic. He did it on 150. Oh,
Johnny Hockey should have won that last one. I don't understand, like the cup, because he got hit at the end going to that turn. He was going to get first. He got hit with a green shell crossing the fucking grass, which is highly unlikely that something like that would happen. That's why he was so fucking but of course it benefits fucking Dan Vask, and he gets a stupid victory, man.
Dude, that one where I did that perfect turn on Bowser Castle. Perfect turn with the mushroom past you, and you threw a fucking banana.
In front.
Landed right on me, and then you got hit. Lyndon hit you with a green shell, and you won by 1 point overall. That was crazy.
Yeah, Lyndon's fucking always targeting me, man. You gotta watch this motherfucker.
Oh, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Adam, what's up, man?
What's going on, guys? I am currently in DC right now, actually. I'm not in my house.
What are you doing in DC?
Just handling some shit, handling some things I got to take care of here in town. I'm not.
Nice going on a show, huh?
No. You think they ever want me back on that show?
Nah. I figured someone would call us swatting and you could just sneak on through.
I'm here in my hotel room. I got a camera.
That sweater.
Dude,
Yeah,
Geeks and Gamers is becoming so sketchy lately.
My
First
mom
with
gave
Mike,
me
now
a
Adam. Like we're going into dark territory right now.
Adam's pulling like the whole movie trope. Yeah, when they spot him, he's like wearing full garb, walks in and he's like,
Yeah, so I'm just
Oh,
chilling.
man.
I go back home tomorrow, so I just came here for the day. I got here yesterday, but
Oh,
just
good,
chilling.
man.
Yeah,
Good to
just
have
chilling.
you, man.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
We've got a lot to talk about tonight. So, what's up, George the Giant Slayer? How you doing, my friend?
Doing great, my brother. You know, I ordered the Switch, which means it's going to be here in the next
Oh,
week.
yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm going to have to finally teach you how to play.
Oh, snap. Those are fighting words, George.
Yeah. George, you're good at a lot of things in life. Beat me at Mario Kart ain't one of them, okay? It just ain't gonna happen. So, but
I'll
hey,
be real.
tomorrow-
These guys aren't really that good. They invite me in like once a month. That's literally the only time I ever play the game, and I end up getting trophies and shit.
I've been practicing.
You trash Nintendo all the time, and you are literally their target demo. They make Mario Kart where dumb fucks like you that aren't good can win. That's what it's designed for. That's what it's designed for. And then you come in and you're like, ooh, I'm good. Nintendo owns you.
I've seen their target demographic, or should I say I've smelled their target demographic, okay? It ain't fucking me.
But we go have a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. So we'll be reacting to that live on Gaming with Geeks. It's going to be huge. A lot of speculation about what they're going to announce. So if you're not subscribed to that channel, please do that. Myself, Johnny, Krista, I think Tommy Tron will be there. Epic Mike will be there. Maybe Lethal Lightning, the band Lethal Lightning will be there. So make sure you subscribe to that channel if you're interested in that. And Krista Nova in the house. Hi, Krista.
Hi. It's
How you doing?
Valentine's next week, and boy, do I have some goodies for you guys tonight.
A little bit later, she's got
Calm it
some
down there, Krista.
Not in that way.
Chad just got real excited.
I will question my sexuality again. All right.
Yeah, the chat's about to be as slow as G4s because people are doing other things with their hands now, Krista. Good job.
Oh man. Okay, so obviously the big topic of the week is Joe Rogan, and I don't know if a lot of people are really aware of what he's in trouble for. Like, I know there's a lot of rumors about like he said this, he said that. That's not the case. Okay, I have the information. I know exactly why he's in trouble. You guys ready to hear why he's in trouble?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready for this? That's Mark Dice.
I haven't seen this yet.
Uh-oh.
So this is why. Now, these are informed people. These are the people that voted for Joe Biden. These are informed people, okay?
Oh, man.
Let's what Joe Rogan has done is very dangerous, and we need to stand up against it. So here we go.
Joe Rogan just killed Triceratops on a hunting expedition. A lot of people are upset and don't think he should be allowed to bring it back into the United States.
And I agree.
You agree?
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. He needs.
What do you think should happen to him for he did have a license to go hunting the Triceratops. Some countries allow that over in Africa.
Yeah, for the right amount of money, which
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah, but everything's about
He's
money
wearing
and
a
it's
shirt.
financial greed, and it's a sport to him. But what about the animals and the planet?
What
It's
about the Triceratops?
yeah, exactly.
Worried they might become extinct, and they want to stop people from hunting them.
And he should be stopped from hunting them.
They should be stopped from hunting
He
them.
should be stopped from hunting them. Absolutely.
If you could say something to Joe Rogan about him killing the Triceratops, what would you say?
Joe Rogan, you need to stop acting out and not hunt these animals. It's not okay behavior.
First of all, there are no Triceratops
Other than that.
left.
Thankfully, someone
Yeah.
got it. Got it.
But we're trying to save the Triceratops. But...
It's a valiant effort.
Mark breaks
but I believe
character
they're
right
all
here. Watch.
deceased.
Okay.
Yeah. Funny though. Take care.
But
Yeah.
it's okay. We're trying to save the Triceratops. Should people be allowed to be going on these big game hunting trips and killing them?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so.
No, there's really no
Look at that
point,
girl.
like, especially pushing animals to extinction and stuff.
And it's only for sport. They're not even eating them.
Yeah.
If they were like making burgers or something, if they're eating the meat from the Triceratops, would that be
I mean,
okay?
it depends.
Jurassic
Like,
Park shirt.
you don't need to be
behind
traveling
him.
to go
I
kill
love when people
animals. So, like,
say it.
if you're from there, like,
But
original
Americans
place,
are going over there
Yeah, there's no
and
point in
they're
that.
killing the
I don't-
Triceratops.
I don't
and
agree with
I don't
that.
think they should be
No,
doing
not
that.
at all. Yeah.
Should people be allowed to go hunting the Triceratops for sport over in Africa?
No.
they're out on a big game hunt trying to get a triceratops. No,
What's a triceratops?
it's one of these big animals like an elephant.
No, that's absolutely horrible. Awful.
And a lot of people are saying they shouldn't be allowed to bring the triceratops back in the United States once they kill one.
No, that's disgusting. They should leave animals alone.
Leave the
I
triceratops
love
alone.
animals. Yeah.
These people.
Just retarded.
Oh my God. But those are the people. And the reason I wanted to show that was that's the majority of people that have been programmed to be offended over what's going on, because it's truly not a problem what Joe Rogan said. It's not. The problem is they're being told that it's a problem, so therefore they're just being angry. Anyone that's ever listened to any rap music has heard the words that Joe Rogan is being canceled for. But of course, it's terrible now. It's terrible. Well, if it was so terrible, why weren't you upset about it 2 weeks ago?
12 years ago.
If it's so terrible, because he's been saying this. He said this over a decade ago. So clearly it didn't have any impact in your life whatsoever until you were told to be upset about it. At least that's my take on it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if he bends the knee anymore, it's not going to be good. But I don't personally
why isn't
like
any of them? Sorry,
Go ahead.
I'm saying, why isn't anyone mad at Howard Stern? Like Howard Stern's skit where he wears blackface and drops the N-bomb over and over and over again.
Dude.
It's so fun. It's not funny at all. It's so bad that like it's cringy. It's like hard. It's like, dude, you really think you're funny right now? This isn't even funny. Like you think you're being what's his girl's name? His friend, the girl that works with him.
Heather.
No, is it Heather?
The black girl?
No.
No, it's not Heather.
I know who you're talking about.
Well, she's sitting there and she's like, dude, this isn't funny. And she's like, she's right. It wasn't funny. She's like, this is bad. Like, I should leave. She should have left.
Here's the thing. The reason Howard Stern isn't under really any scrutiny for something like this is because over the past decade and a half, Howard Stern has become exactly the person they want him to be.
Yeah.
He's not edgy. He's literally like the man.
Mouthpiece.
He's like the government's mouthpiece. Exactly. He's all for all these mandates. He's doing exactly what they want. So why would they call him out? He's helping them in a way. Joe Rogan is not. And this has nothing to do with the N-word. Of course, it was COVID misinformation. That was the initial thing, the reason they came after him. That didn't stick. So then they went to this. They go to the N-word. If this doesn't stick, it's going to be sexist. There's going to be some misogynistic stuff that comes up, or anti-Semitism, or anti-Asian hate, something like that. Yeah. And I have news, like all normal people out there, and I tweeted this out today because I was literally listening to this in the gym. Like, if you get offended about people quoting song lyrics, you probably want to plug your ears around me when this song comes out. Because I sing it because it's the lyrics of the song. Now, am I going to sit here and make a YouTube video about it in 2022? Probably fucking not. But at the same time, he's talking about quotes. He's talking about lyrics. He's talking like even to black people about that word and the origin of it and why it's different than every other word in the English language. It's pathetic what they're doing to Joe Rogan over nothing.
I have to... I would like to
listen to the game in 2022.
So
it's on my Spotify liked list.
That's not okay. That's not acceptable.
This is how we do.
I like how the diversity hires are fighting over who gets screen time. Right?
You know what, Mike?
Rip has actually accomplished something in life, so he's not a diversity hire. You two are just like we gotta figure out how we belong.
We're fighting over scraps.
Man, Mike is gonna shiv Ivan.
Well, I mean, that's why. First off, I wanted to ask permission from Mike to speak, if allowed. Yes,
I'll allow it.
He'll kill you.
So much. But now I need to go up the ranks with the next white thing, which is Jeremy. Can I speak?
Can you what?
He said spec.
Can I speak? Please.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Yes, you may.
Well,
hurry
first
up,
off,
let's go to George.
No, like this is something that even what's this called? Jim Jeffries used to talk about. You have a line, right? Society has a line of what things can be said and what things cannot be said. But then time progresses, a line gets drawn to a different position. You shouldn't blame the person, especially if you don't have context of what was said when the line was appropriate for that time. you know, and then we are losing context over just whatever you said. You could be just like you said, repeating the lyrics of a song or something, just to make an example, and now you're being made the bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just programmed. All it is to me is it's programmed and it's weaponized. You know, it's weaponized programming of NPC people. So I don't know if a lot of you guys saw this the other day, okay? But Midas Touch, is anybody familiar with them? Ripper, are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Yeah. So so they were going after Dave Portnoy, okay, for his explanation of Joe Rogan. Has anybody seen this yet?
No.
I haven't seen this part, but
I heard about this.
This is fucking fantastic. Okay, so these three guys are part of Midas Touch. Okay, and they're all pretending to be offended over for every black person in America. Okay, and so Dave just took 3-on-1. You know, he didn't even know who they were, and he's like, you know, I guess he retweeted something, and so then he decided to go debate all of them. So listen to how this plays out. It's about a minute from now is when the point, but I want everybody to hear the build up to it.
That we now have at Midas. Is what are you going to do with that platform where we can be helpful and we can exercise our First Amendment rights and criticize that speech? We're going to criticize the speech. And what I think you do, though, is you tend to amplify misogyny. You tend to do, well, what about this and what about that versus confronting the issues. When you condemn Joe Rogan, Dave, there shouldn't be a but. You should say that's a racist comment that hurts people. That's
well, time out. But there is a but, because I've been the victim of it too. If you take things totally out of context, there is a but.
Using the N-word out of context. Explain it to me.
All right. So if he's talking about whether you should use the N-word and he says it, and by the way, I said 70 times in 12 years, that's crazy. That's a lot. But if you're having a discussion about whether you should use it, that context matters. No?
I think that it does, and I think that you should not say the word, but that was not what even took place there.
Okay, but let's put this privately, and I'm not going to bring up. I have definitive proof of one of you three using the word in a text conversation with a friend from 2014 that somebody sent to me. It shouldn't be used, but I swear to God, I haven't.
But okay,
that's a lie.
Yeah,
you think I'd lie about that?
I think you would lie about that.
Does anyone here have a fiance named Lexi?
I think you'd absolutely lie about that.
You
can see who it
am I
is.
lying about what I just said?
Yeah. And if someone has a fiance named Lexi, that is the decision right here?
No, I'm asking, is that...
There's no right context whatsoever to anybody using the word.
Is Lexi a person, one of your lives?
Yes, Jordy's fiance is Lexi.
Yes, my fiance is Lexi.
And so that means Jordy did it.
I'm saying I have definitive proof.
Okay, if you have definitive proof.
But if that doesn't define like everything, and I've never done it in a private conversation. I've done 3 times all on air. I think context very much matters. Very much.
Now, someone said they had definitive proof that you did something and you didn't do it. What would be the next response? You're like, show the proof.
Yeah,
show the proof. This guy right here, shut the fuck up the rest of the stream. He didn't say shit.
He knows.
He sat there with the yes.
He fucking did it. He fucking did it. It's not up for he that's kind of cold. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
This old lady.
If you gonna lay nuts on the table, bro, that's good, bro. Dave Portnoy, I respect that a lot. But no, like, dude, that fuck nobody, even with this Joe Rogan shit, nobody that I know that is even black is even offended at this dumb shit. I've just seen white leftists be angry and shit. I can tell you that that's just not a conversation that's being had. Like, oh my God, in certain contexts, Joe Rogan used the fucking, ain't no fucking black person that I know fucking crying about that unless they are some like raging pink haired fucking weirdo on fucking Twitter or some shit. But aside from that, nah, nobody's like getting angry. But it's just everybody's point. His point I've made a million times. Only thing that they don't like about Joe Rogan is that he's kind of separated from them, and he has a platform, and he's not using it in a way that everybody else uses theirs or how he feels that they should. And because he has that sort of power and being basically the most watched fucking podcast that exists out there, this is the type of shit that happens, and that he's the next target. I do think that he's taking some really fucking bad, terrible steps in terms of like providing explanations and shit. All he's doing is completely empowering these fucking people to do shit like that. I said it I was on Blaze. What was that yesterday? And I talked about this. I was like, dude, I'll tell you straight up, like there's a word that rhymes with maggot I've probably used at least 700 times throughout my life. I'm sure it's fucking on video. I ain't apologizing for shit. Like if you find out, if you uncover it, it is what it is. If you call yourself getting offended at some shit that got said 10 years ago, that's a you fucking problem. And when you have that approach, you strip them of that power because all they want to do is just wield it to be able to pimp you into doing whatever the fuck they want you to do. But this whole apologizing or even trying to provide explanation because they know that there's context that needs to be added. They know it's not something that he's just slinging out there every day. They just don't fucking care. They don't care at all about that. They're just using it to try to take them down. And if you, in any given shape, apologize in that regards, then you're just doing nothing but empowering them. Stop that shit, man. It doesn't end until people just say, okay, congratulations, you uncovered some shit. Fuck yourself.
Now, do you think do you think that really the N-word situation is what people are really riled about for Rogan and not like, that is just the catalyst just to cancel him for the supposed misinformation of the vaccines and all that?
It's either of those.
It's because he gets more viewers than any.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
And more powerful than anybody.
Right. And he's not using that as their mouthpiece, or rather their an extension of them. If he was doing that and had the biggest podcast, then he wouldn't be under threat at all. Like everybody has mentioned, you see several times of people using the N-word, people doing fucking blackface, all kinds of fuck. Hell, one is even fucking rolling over Canada fucking right now. Like there's plenty of these guys that are out there that do this shit, but because they say the right thing, that doesn't put them under any sort of threat, not coming for their jobs or anything. That's not what happens. The problem with it is that they feel like Joe Rogan isn't one of them, and he has a powerful platform, and he's not using it in the way that they would use it in the event that they had it. I don't think fucking Joe Rogan at all is like this fucking uber liberty minded fucking person at all. It's hilarious that people label him as fucking right wing. I don't know what the fuck you think I am, but that guy's fucking right wing. But on a serious note, like this like, they don't care about it's not even a medical misinformation shit. It's that you have a platform, you're not using it in a way that you should be using it, and so many others do with their platform. You can go to Twitch right now and have guys that are just basically mouthpieces for the authoritarian left. They get thousands upon thousands of views. They may say fucked up shit in the past. Guys like Hassan fucking Piker, who's a goddamn retard. Champagne Socialist is a goddamn walking fucking hypocrite on basically everything goddamn God believes in. It's fine. Nothing's really gonna fucking happen to these guys because at the end of the day, they are really a part of the authoritarian left, and they feel like Joe Rogan isn't, and that's what the actual problem is. It has nothing to do with medical misinformation. Has nothing to do with the fucking N-word at all.
Right, and he's from the outside, and the thing is the problem is the fact that there's blood in the water because he bent the knee.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it last week, even with Adam. Remember, we were saying when you compromise, you can never compromise with radicals. So they're not out there going, yeah, you know what? Let's have some tea and meet in the middle and engage with one another. No. They're like, we want your fucking throat and we want to rip it out and we want you to tell the world I was wrong. Come on, we have a Canadian prime minister who's used blackface more times than anyone else. Are they going to get rid of Ludacris or Snoop Dogg? Come on, I mean, all these people, their songs, or Madonna, or any one of them who've used the word and gone around. Give me a break.
Well, that's the thing. When Joe Rogan is on a platform like Spotify, and Spotify's like, we don't give a fuck. We're not pulling anything. If he was on YouTube, YouTube would have pulled him already. YouTube would have pulled all his shit and pulled him off the platform but they took a swing. It didn't work with the medical misinformation bullshit. So then you got a whole bunch of white leftists, like Ripa said, a whole bunch of white people upset for black people, and all the black people are going to do, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like there's not really any prominent black fucking, unless like prominent black people maybe like in the celebrity sphere maybe like that's, but again they walk line with the fucking like white leftists, so they don't count. Regular fucking black people, I promise you, this isn't like high on their list of things they give a fuck about.
And my thing
is Rogan and the N-word.
Denzel Washington last month. Oh, go ahead.
this guy's had like Dave Chappelle on here. Dave Chappelle is like straight up like if he's gonna have an offense with a white dude using the N-word incorrectly or anything, he's gonna say something. And he's like best friends with Joe Rogan. They still do shows together to this day. I mean, that's the thing. And this shit's been available, like Ryan said, for 12 years. The shit's been sitting there. The episodes didn't get pulled like a year ago. They've been on, they've been available to the public. And it's like you get these old ass nobody, musicians going, well, I'm pulling my fucking music. And then they're like, okay. Yeah, and then everybody's like, okay, good fucking luck. Even Spotify was like, fucking deuces. And then all of a sudden, well, guess what? Did you know that I have a compilation of all the times that Joe Rogan said the N-word? Which means somebody sat there and went through all of his episodes looking for something to be upset about. And that was the first thing that they went to, which is also shows you how pandering it is to them to go, see, if we can't get him with medical misinformation, we'll show all the black people. Look how bad he is. Look at what he's doing to you guys. Aren't you guys upset? We should cancel this guy for this shit.
Well, look what he's going to do next. They're going to come next. They're going to come after him just like Ryan said earlier. NDR is going to go through everything and peel it apart and go, oh, look, he said something about Jewish people. He said something about Germans. He said something about Asians. That's why you don't bend the knee. The moment he did it, he's done. I don't know how he pulls it up.
I don't know how many people seen Brandon Tatum's response to this. Shout out to Brandon Tatum. Me and Ryan were on his channel, about a month and a half ago? So
something like that.
I loved his response. We're going to watch the whole thing, but his opening statements are, right on point.
For a second, they always talking about racism. Everything is racism. I'm tired of this, man. I'm sick of it. Let's talk about Joe Rogan real quick, and I'll let him explain himself to a certain degree. People say the N-word, and I know some YouTubers that use it frequently on the YouTube channel, and YouTube don't care. They still have advertisement and everything. I just don't like using the word because I feel like it's a disgusting word. But you know what the N-word is, whether it's the A or the hard R, you know what it is. The myth of the N-word is that black people have taken that word back and taken the power. No, they haven't. No, black people have not taken that word back. They ain't no power in it. They ain't taking no power from nothing. If it was, then nobody would be complaining when people say it because they have the power now. Now they still cry a river. If people be getting mad if you quote another black man saying it. If you say, hey man, on that show last night, this dude said this, and I thought it was disgusting. You can't even quote a black man saying it. You can go out and buy Jay-Z, Lil Snoopy's, whatever these rappers' name is today. You can go buy their music. You could be in the club doing this. You could be jamming. Yeah, man, I ran up on the, and you got to freeze. If you white, you got to freeze when they say the N-word. I was running up on, pull out the stick, and I did this, and N-word. Okay, I can black people, they don't even roll up to my hood. I smoke all them fools and they kids and everything else. N-word. And then some songs, white people doing this the whole song.
It's so funny, man. It's such a
true.
Again, I have no problem if everything is treated equally. But we all know that that's just not how the left operates. It's just not, I have no problem with rules on YouTube. I have no problem with rules here and there, as long as the rules are carried out consistently and equally.
You know what?
That's fine. But we don't have that.
I have to say, Jeremy, you got to speak for yourself, because honestly, I don't know about any of you guys, but every time I go and do anyone's lawn, with my team, every time I go with Juan and Jorge, the one thing we talk about while we eat tacos on break at the porch of the white lady is usually what are the racial iniquities that we're facing in today's society. I mean, I am glad. I'm glad that Joe Rogan is facing this controversy, because it's about time. It's about time. I feel for my brothers. Okay.
Really, where can I find you? Where is that, at Home Depot?
Usually, yes. We are on Fridays. We're at Home Depot, but if you go to the gas station, to the Chevron around the Waffle House, you'll usually see us there. Just pull up with a big enough truck, because We are not about like, oh, I want just that one and that one. No, you have to take the whole litter.
Everybody got to go. Here's the funny thing: are they going to cancel Biden? That's what I wonder. Are they going to cancel the president when he used it several times on the Senate floor?
He literally quoted stuff in like the same manner he was using quotes, and they won't. But the thing is, it's funny because before all of this like apology and everything broke, I think it was on Friday Night Tights when it happened, Jeremy, I said that their plan is not to deplatform him. They don't want to do that because they realize if they completely deplatform Joe Rogan, not only will that probably like solidify him to do something that maybe he's not prepared to do, but that'll galvanize all the support. And wow, look at what you're doing to this dude. They want to quiet him. They want to make him exactly what Howard Stern has turned into. Just a fucking little bitch who never says anything against the line. And I think because Joe Rogan isn't necessarily of the same mindset as, you know, people like us may be, he never planned to be this like almost a political figurehead. And like that's almost what he's turned into at this point. He's more influential than every single mainstream news source when you combine them all.
Even more than Tucker. Like he gets more than anybody. That's how
like
big
3
this dude
times
is.
the audience Tucker gets, which is nuts.
It's
So
insane.
him bending the knee the way he did, like George pointed out, it's just blood in the water. Now, obviously, we also need to talk about what Rumble decided to do. You know, who knows what Joe Rogan's Spotify contract is like, if he's able to get out of it, whatever. But Rumble came up and offered him $100 million for 4 years to go to Rumble. Now, I know there's a lot of people say, take it, Joe, take it, Joe, take it, Joe. My personal opinion is that any exclusivity deal that anyone signs, I think is kind of fucking, that's not for me. Because as soon as I sign an exclusivity deal, one, my shit's only going to be on that platform, which I can't reach the vast majority of people. And two, those people, they might be like, you think they're the best people in the world. You might align with them on 99% of things. But if you come up against something that they don't align with, they're going to be the ones that control what you can or cannot say if you're exclusive on that platform. So I think it was a ballsy move and awesome for Rumble. I mean, that'd be fucking huge from them if they could do it. And I like Rumble. I'm on Rumble. I'm also on Odyssey. But I don't wonder how you guys are feeling about that move by Rumble.
I think that Odyssey's offer was far better. $100 gazillion.
Yeah, that was fun.
that was funny.
I love Odyssey, but look, I mean, I like Rumble. Rumble has been, in contact with us for the last month. I know Ryan's been on there for a while. I've had my D-Day Cobra channel on there for a while. We just got the Geeks and Gamers channel set up like a day or two ago. And so we're probably going to try to do, because we're mirroring the stream on Odyssey tonight, like we do every week. And then also we're going to probably be on Rumble live streaming next week as well. I like Rumble, and I think it's a really, they offer a potential alternative down the road. I don't think they're ready to be that yet. It feels like a right-wing echo chamber still. I see what type of content does well for me over there, and I see what type doesn't. Me uploading the latest Nintendo Direct breakdown ain't gonna do shit on Rumble. Yeah. But if I talk about how it will, yeah, and then obviously if I talk how much I love Donald Trump, it's gonna skyrocket on Rumble, because that's what it is, and that's why Odyssey still has, in my opinion, they still have that grassroots feel of YouTube. But to the question about Joe Rogan, I mean, I think it would be a massive boost for Rumble if he did it. And I don't think it would be bad for us. It'd probably be bad for him at some point down the road, but it wouldn't be bad for everyone else, because I think it would boost Rumble to another level. But in terms of, if it were me, I wouldn't put any exclusive stuff out there. If I was as big as that dude, I would just continue to be on as many platforms as I could.
Pay for a website, ground up, own the servers and all that shit. You can do what the fuck Alex Jones and them are doing literally right now. If that's what he wanted to do. So I never even understood. It's for the same reason I don't understand why big bands jump into fucking label deals when they could subsidize everything themselves. Maybe it's just a situation where they just don't want to deal with it and they just want the money off the top to be able to just produce something and go. Because if you are doing it yourself, you have to do all the work. But my thing is this, and this is where I'm pretty sure there'll be people that'll disagree with me, and I'm fine with that. But I think what this is like that kind of reaction from the Rumble situation is kind of what I expect, but also I believe it's part of the problem of how kind of non-leftists approach like their own material, right? Now, I'm not saying that they should give that money to X and O person. I'm just saying understand the cultural ramifications of what's happening. What this is as always, they see, and every year this happens where some new guy or gal comes through and becomes like the figurehead for modern fucking conservatism, like overnight. You did it with fucking Kanye. He came and went. You do it like it keeps fucking happening. Who's the new like person? It's because you wait around for someone that has a mild position that's similar to you, and then you try to grasp onto them and latch on to them, as opposed to treating your own individual movement with the same legitimacy as you would treat theirs. And I think this really speaks to that, and it reaffirms that type of approach, because they'll do all this, move fucking mountains for the sake of getting some dude that, again, on a lot of issues, you're going to be on the complete fucking opposite side of fucking this guy. He's the last guy I would consider that would be on your side of the aisle, because they don't see that it's not that perceived legitimacy with people along their own lines. I wish they had that fucking same energy for their own fucking shit and creating their own, like how I said out of this situation. It's like, stop waiting on the fucking Rock or all these other guys to sit up here and say something that you mildly agree with, and create your own fucking cultural icons and strip them of that, where we have to, look, they said something that's kind of like what we believe in. Let's latch on to them. They're our new figurehead. That just goes to show how much power that side has in terms of what they individually control in terms of their impact. And we got a lot of fucking work to do there in that regard. This is just yet another example of it.
Yeah. I would love, I just real quick, I would love if, Rumble took that $25 million every year, because they said $100 million over 4 years. I would love if they invested that into the current content creators they have there.
Absolutely.
Like, because I guarantee you a lot more people, you get a lot more people on there if that happened. I've made 42 cents on Rumble ever. Right. And I've been uploading. I think my first upload was in November of 2020. Now, I haven't been like necessarily super consistent with all of them until the last maybe like 4 or 5 months, but still like 42 cents. I think you could have a lot more people that could have a big impact. Maybe they're not Joe Rogan, but maybe that's what you build for sustainability for the
maybe
future.
You do like a Joe Rogan and start out as Joe Rogan. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these guys that are in like the commentary space that become stars overnight didn't start the way they are. But that's got it, to your point, Ryan. Like, that to me is a more conducive approach to winning, is that using that and investing sort of that into that. Like I said, it really wasn't until recently, for example, in my space, where I ever got contacted by these big liberty investors to like, hey, you want a sponsorship or you want to work? I've been doing this shit forever and have been like one of the more prominent, like fucking even libertarians in like that space for a while. I never get hit up by these motherfuckers. And I'm not saying give me the money. I'm just saying that's kind of, it's different from how like the, let's say, mainstream guys operate. Hell, you see people on fucking Twitch getting invested by G Fuel and all kinds of, these motherfuckers can't even get fucking like 300 people to show up in their fucking stream, and they got sponsorships all up and down and shit. But our side per se doesn't act like that. They don't approach it like that. It's, oh well, here's the darling that was on the other side, but now they might be changing. Let's try to latch on to them. To me, it's beta shit. Like it doesn't treat your own shit as if it's legitimate.
Yeah, and there's also that flip-floppity attitude that people have, like, okay, like you were saying, Ripa, they latch on to the thing, right? We see it with The Rock. The Rock was supporting Joe Rogan for a minute, saying like, no, don't cancel him, he's my guy and everything. But the moment the switch flipped into like, he may have been saying this, he immediately tweeted an apology. He went like, sorry, let me spread my butt cheek so you can like do whatever you want. Like, there's no consistency anymore. Yep. Like, you cannot even say that person is like that and I can predict how they would act in certain situation, because it's extremely inconsistent. It's just extremely fickle.
Well, you can look at their past actions. I mean, The Rock has just now proven one good thing that this does, it brings out and it separates all the alphas from the betas. right away. I mean, you can put The Rock right into the beta male category. I mean, he's a bend over Bob if there ever was one. Look at Denzel Washington. I mean, even a month ago, I was saying earlier, he said diversity, this whole thing about racism. He goes, it's got to go from the movie industry where you have people who can't even play certain roles if you don't match certain perceptions. Like if you're a gay character, he goes, if you have a gay character, you can't play the role if you're not gay. If you have a black character, he was saying, he was talking about Tropic Thunder, that you couldn't be able to pull that off today. He goes, Robert Downey Jr. would not be allowed to do that today.
No,
it's time to get rid of it.
Yeah. As an aside, real quick too, like I actually was talking with somebody. The fact is, like, you know, a lot of people use Tropic Thunder as an example, but like you can't recork that bottle once it's been uncorked. Like anybody that does a movie where they have a white guy playing a black guy in a movie, like, isn't going to be Tropic Thunder, because Tropic Thunder literally did it and nobody expected, like, you can't do that again and get away with it, because everybody knows then at that point you're copying what Robert Downey Jr. did. I mean, and the fact is, like, they tried to cancel his shit a couple years ago, and everybody said, "Shut the fuck up! Nobody cares." Like, it's, we know, we all get the context for it, you know. But you know, to George's point too, you know, we're in the situation where, the conversation, you know, Denzel Washington is one of these guys that like gets cast in movies regardless of the race of the character, because he's a good actor and nobody cares, you know. But if he was getting cast just because he's black, like, but nobody ever calls him on that. You never hear that. You never hear, cool, we got Denzel Washington because he's black, and that's really important, because the guy doesn't give a fuck, and he's like, you cast me because I'm a good actor, you don't cast me. And the one time that he did get cast because of his role, that was like the controversy when he got his Oscar nom for Training Day. They waited to give him an Oscar nod until he played like a gangbuster or whatever. But like, you know, the conversation is, like Ripa said, you know, you give legitimacy where it's actually deserved, and where it's actually perceived. Nobody looks at Denzel Washington and thinks he's famous because he's black, but there's a lot of actors in Hollywood today that are famous because they're black, and or famous because they're Mexican, or famous because they're a dwarf, or famous because they're, you know, whatever box they check. And it's obvious now that that's what they're looked at. That's why they're looked at.
Well, so, I have a question. Ripa, why do you think, I used to believe that the conservative side, or let's say a liberty-minded side, always looked up to these Hollywood people, celebrities, because they didn't have their own. So when they would get the chance for a Kanye, they'd be like, look at this. They believe what we believe. You think that's really their error?
Yeah, like I think it's because like they don't seem to understand that there are people that are in their space that have like are really talented, by the way, that are doing stuff like, and have been. It's not like something that started yesterday. Yes, there may have been sort of an increase in numbers of people that are really emphasizing being in these subcultures and actually trying to be competitive. But there's people that have been around, and I just think that it's some of it is neglect. I talked about this before, and people that watch my channel know I talk about this all the time about how where the error was, if there was to be one historically, was there was a time where like it was the liberty-minded people who claim to value individuals over, like, let's say this collectivist shit. They looked at this stuff as if it was like trivial, and they didn't care for the most part. Like, hey, this actor is, I don't care about their hell, I'm still arguing with people to this day about this show. I don't care about their politics and all this shit. Well, they care about fucking yours. But for the longest, they had neglected these subcultures as something that was not important. Like, who cares? They're stupid. They just, you know, or they just entertainers or whatever. Whereas to the left said, well, if we get control of this, we don't have to have the ideas on our side. Like, we have the power, and we can
shape the narrative.
Yeah, we can make the narrative whatever it is that we want. And that's how they had won. And this is why I'm trying to get people to stop looking at this stuff as something that's trivial. It's something that's very, very important, and something that needs to be acknowledged. But to your point, there are people that are in these creative spaces that are doing very good things. And I would say, no matter who it is that you are, from the customers up to the investors, all those people, at least attempt to route your attention to that stuff, because I think a lot of stuff that we maybe have our attachments to, they're gone, man. If I can concede that DC is dead company, I think fucking anybody can concede that all these other fucking brands are done. We got to start creating our own, and hopefully there's a renaissance out of that. But that is also going to require the customers and as well as the investors to reroute their focal point and their attention to people that are already in their space and like at least share. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing on everything. It's more about they have a similar set of values and ethics that you do, and they're already in your space, already creating. The only thing that the left has right now is perceived legitimacy from us. So when we strip them from that, they don't got shit. They have
no power. No power.
They have nothing fucking else. Once we stop looking at them for even just because they control some stuff that maybe we grew up on, once we stop looking at them and we start looking at our own stuff, they have literally nothing else. They're broke as fuck. They're creatively bankrupt. They don't got shit. So hopefully as more people become more privy to it, which I've seen, to be fair, I've seen more people be more acclimated to this idea. I think we're going to move into sort of this Renaissance era of more of a parallel economy, and that's when they start to fucking lose.
I mean, I have to like just, you know, agree beyond belief on that one, because at the end of the day, we have two subcultures, right? Like, well, we have the main we're supposed to follow culture, and then like I was saying, like even before, there were other point of views that I used to share with them that nowadays it's like, come on, guys, like I think cancel culture has gone too far, you know? And to Ripa's point, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think at the end of the day, only you can be canceled or something can actually matter if we give it that importance.
100%. 100%. That's perfectly said. And that's what I talk about with the perceived legitimacy of it all. Like, it's like we look at their stuff and think that they control, and we say that's the legitimate form of this entertainment, of this type of entertainment, of this music, of this, you know, of whatever it is. And yeah, it's going to take some time for stuff to come up, you know what I mean, and be like ultra competitive in that regards. But it can absolutely happen for sure. But it is going to require people to start really thinking about this, because we can't afford to anymore. Maybe, and I believe once we get, you know, over that hump, we can go back to that, to where there was a time where nobody gave a shit about any of this politics or being involved. Nobody cared about that, but we're not there. So when what I mean when I say there's no reciprocity, you hear me say that all the time, like the left doesn't reciprocate. So when you say, I will support this person knowing damn well that they fucking hate me, I will support this person, the left does not show you that same regards. They do not say, I will support your shit, I will support you even though you hate me. They don't do that. Or like, let's say you have a set of morals that differs from me. That's the difference. They don't fund us, we fund them. So once we start looking at it like that, you'll start to see fucking changes. And look, man, I've met, even with this comic stuff that I'm doing, I have met so many just uber talented people, man, that are in our space. They might not be the most known people, but they're fucking talented, man. They like really know what it is they're doing. They beat on their craft. I would much rather start focusing on how we build that stuff up, which is why I started my company in the first place, as opposed to expecting people that I know damn well ain't gonna change shit because they don't fucking like me. They made it abundantly clear to sit up there and change and then start embracing me again, knowing damn well that they hate me.
Look at what someone like Nick Rekieta has done, right? Like what Nick Rekieta has built, whether he's talking about Vic Mignogna or lawsuits or like whatever it is, right? The audience that he's built, the dedication that his fans have, the numbers he's able to pull for these big things, literally beating the mainstream media already.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I saw that Umbrella guy actually tag, you know, in Rumble's thing. He's like, Rumble, why don't you go after someone like this, an independent creator like Nick Rekieta, who's done this from the ground up? And I don't know. I totally agree with Ripa as far as investing in other people besides people who've already got there at 11 million and are now bending the knee.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like, it like, to Ripa's point, you know, there are a ton of people that are extremely talented, that have a ton of ability, that don't get the light of day, you know. But the thing is, we're in a time where it's not about let's create something and let the audience decide what it is. They're dictating to you what you're supposed to feel and think about stories. It used to be you write a story, you or make a movie, you write a book or whatever, and you let people extrapolate from it what they do, whatever meaning they do. Now they tell you, no, that's not what you're supposed to think about it. This is what you're supposed to think about it. We watched it happen with Star Wars, where they made these awful fucking movies and then told you over half the fan base that was saying, we don't like this, you're wrong, you're toxic. This is what you're supposed to think about it. And these are the right people. These are the guys on the right side. And now look at Star Wars. Completely like no promotion. Nobody gives a shit. And then they have to rely on nostalgia and member berries and all of this shit to even get any kind of like remembrance or legitimacy to what they're doing now. But look how many companies we've watched, how many studios we've watched go bankrupt and have to get bailed out by other studios. Look what the situation with like newspapers and news publications and how bad they're doing right now and how many times they have to lay people off. They don't have it if you don't give it to them. And a lot of times all they're doing is trying to pry it out of your hands and tell you, no, this is how it is. This is the new narrative. And then when we can stop and go, okay, I'm not going to let this person tell me how to interpret a story. I'm going to go to somebody that's actually telling good stories and I get to interpret it how I want to. You'll find that like that kind of shit is way better and offers way more and can grow to something that you didn't see before.
Yeah,
it'll be a new wave, like a renaissance of creativity.
Well, and to that point, you know, I mean, you brought up Star Wars, and so Ivan was talking about, you know, where something is only as powerful as you give it power to. So it's like if you like with Star Wars, I used to actually get bothered by what Disney Star Wars would do because I was invested in it.
Yeah,
I am so like detached from it now that I just laugh at it from a distance if it runs across my like the fact that they have Ahsoka and Luke Skywalker showing up in the show, that should make me happy. I should be just going crazy. I don't care. I just have no interest in it whatsoever. Like it doesn't matter to me.
Half the core audience is left, Jeremy, the one that Disney's attracted. They're just sitting there asking if Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka are gonna fuck. That's legitimately like what they're doing.
No,
like those are the people.
Yeah. That's exactly who they have now. You deserve the audience that you have, Disney Star Wars. I have no interest in it whatsoever. Also, shout out to Ryan for being right not once but twice this week about Star Wars. Number one, getting confirmed that the sequels were leading right to the fucking sequels, just like, you know, you were told by Ryan, and Pablo Hidalgo confirming he ain't going nowhere. So Ryan was right twice.
I was right again.
Wait, I thought they're going to retcon the sequels after they look at the
exactly. You know,
So we heard.
And whenever we would say like, look, again, I was someone that, you know, carried the Kathleen Kennedy is getting fired banner for a while there. And it, at some point reality sets in. They're never going to change it. So you have to make the decision. Do you just want to continue to take the bullshit they're serving you? 100% fine if that's what you want. It's not my decision to make. But I'm just saying, for me, once they fired Gina Carano, that was a draw a line in the sand where they basically said, we don't fucking like you, and we don't like the people that are, you know, that they're fans of yours. And they've also said on the other side, all of these people that say they're left-wing stuff, they've said, you're good. No, we allowed that. That's totally okay. At that point in time, that's as definitive of a line as I have ever seen a company draw from that standpoint.
I agree.
For them to fire her. And so at that point, I was done, and I am not going back. And
even
I
as a
don't care.
non-Star Wars guy, like that was big for me. You know what I mean? Like to see that, because what it did was it was them drawing. I mean, I knew the line was there already, but like when you have someone that's even like, I think this one was so bad because they have someone in the same goddamn universe that is working for Lucasfilm that did literally the same thing, actually making it worse. That in terms of comparing something to the era that for whatever reason we can't fucking talk about, and they remained untouched. This motherfucker essentially called half the voting population Nazis, man. He did that, and nothing happened to the guy. But what Gina Carano says, which she turns out to be more than right, definitely when you see what happened with like the vaccine mandates and all of that shit, people turning on their own fucking neighbors, that did it for them. And not only did they were they trying to like, I don't know, like go on this, they wanted her to go through this like re-education program essentially. and then they had to come publicly say, "Oh no, we got her out there." Yeah, to Jeremy's point, that was about as definitive of a line as we're literally ever going to see. I don't think we're ever going to see anything bigger than that.
And there's our buddy. There's our buddy right there responding to my stream. Yeah,
Wow.
to my stream. To my stream. And then he comes down here and makes fun of how I say Pedro. And
He's
this is so this is the guy, like Gina Carano lost her job. This dude right here was able to say this and then respond sarcastically. And again, I think he should be able to respond to me. I ain't got no problem with that. I have no problem with Pedro Pascal responding to me or anybody else if that's what he wants to do. But the fact that Gina got fired is absolutely insane. It's insane.
It's crazy that, like Rip has said, oh, you just can't talk about it. Like, what Gina Carano said, first of all, was literally just saying, hey, anytime like a government is trying to pit people against each other for perceived differences, bad things can happen. Never did she say, well, Republicans are just like the Jews. Oh, well, COVID said it's just like what happened. That's not what she said. But there is some weird thing out there where it's like, well, that was the worst thing that ever happened in human history, and no one can ever make any type of comparison to it ever again. And it's like, fuck you. Like,
unless you're a leftist.
Unless you're a leftist,
yeah,
you call Trump a Nazi. Right? And the
idea,
of course it was horrible, but that doesn't mean that you can't use that and, take and be like, oh, something that happened here is similar to something that happened here.
If anything, we should be doing that so we can prevent shit from happening again.
Yeah. Never forget, right? You never want us to forget. Well, let us fucking talk about it. How about that?
Yep, 100%. And it's the hypocrisy of the left. That's really like, I can only speak for myself, and I think I can probably speak for generally everybody that I know and surround myself with. But no, I don't want anybody canceled for any words that come out of their mouth. In a perfect world, in a perfect world,
that hypocrisy,
we're not in a perfect world.
That hypocrisy you're talking about right now is part of the thing that Joe Rogan actually shines a big light on, because he has people from both sides. And they're trying to say, like, make it seem like it's weighted on one, which that list that was going around was ridiculous.
That was insane, man.
So stupid. But like, hey, I'm going to have this doctor on and I'm going to ask him questions and he's going to fumble. Like when Gupta was on there and dude like had no idea what he was talking about. And then he had other guys come on that were like, I'm on point. Here's all the information. Here's all of the data. And it disproves what that other scientist was saying. It's showing people, oh, wow, the narrative is wrong. I'm seeing a comparison by just simply watching this one show. They can't have that because it's embarrassing to them.
Yep.
100%. I used to be of the theory of, well, not of the theory, of the thought that, I guess before I open my mouth and spill the beans, I want a question for you guys, which is
refried beans.
Made in a clay pot, just by the way.
I thought you were going to refry them just like while they're in your mouth. You just kind of eat them. They're not refried when they come out. They're refried.
No, they come out, but from somewhere else.
Oh, God.
Recycle, baby.
Hold that point for just a minute. We got Horror Amarada.
Hey.
Gary's favorite name in the world. $50. What you guys are building is what they're afraid of. Rogan is just an attempt to scare people away from what this community has. Open, honest discussions about important topics without trying to coerce the other into being on your side.
Oh.
Thank you, Horror Amarada. That's someone that Ripa introduced Horror Amarada to Geeks Gamers, and so she's great. Love Horror Amarada, and I really appreciate that. And then we also got a 50 from Ruben Christopher Haynes on the Streamlabs side. Says, I am 40% Native American, 30% Spanish and Portuguese, 15% German and French, 10% North African, 5% Northern European, and I'm 100% man. I give zero fucks. I say all the words. I am done with censorship. Words are empty. I am a man of action. Hail Tuesday night's main event. Hell yes. Thank you so much. Awesome. So I know Ivan and Brian need points to make.
Well, it was just mostly a question on, because we have seen that people, for whatever reason, have associated Rogan as the truth. Like whatever comes out of your mouth, you're responsible for the entire population. And he never claimed to be that, So at what point, or should anyone with any given audience should ever be like, you know what, now that I have this much audience, I'm going to limit myself to what I say and my point of views just because I need to babysit this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's an expectation that people have, and it's usually like this kind of weird coercive tactic that people use as if to try to what they're trying to do is obviously hijack your platform. But what they use, like the way they word it, it's like, hey, you're an important person and you have such a platform, you should be more responsible. And all that means is you should do what the fuck we want you to do. That's all that's actually means. But I've even had that. It's like, why would a guy with your platform be saying shit like that? I was like, well, I got the platform by saying
Exactly. Well, on this point, and I don't know how many of you have seen this, but this is some of the worst propaganda I have seen in a long fucking time. We're about to react to this, and I don't think many people here have seen it. Has anybody seen this? Everything's gonna be all white from Showtime.
I watched
this.
Earlier
This is fucking horrible, dude. Like this is some of the most horrible shit. Okay, you will see.
I kind of like the premise.
This is fucking terrible. Listen to this shit.
Damn it, Ryan.
I think what annoys me most about white people is when they pretend like they're the victim. What's also annoying is when they kill us.
What is
what?
Can you stop it real quick?
Yeah, that's weird. All right, anyway, I'll say what I know Ryan's gonna say. All right, if you look at any sort of stats, obviously we know that when it comes to, I mean, really it's with every race, but in this context, black people, you're way more likely to get killed by a fucking another black person in comparison to a white person, and the percentage isn't even fucking close. So it's kind of weird that that's where she went with that. That's a weird angle.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable,
especially in Chicago, dude.
This is shit that's been indoctrinated into them,
Yes.
right? This is stories. This is fucking LeBron James saying my children are being hunted in the streets. That's this type of fucking propaganda.
Look at that ratio, by the way. Look at that ratio.
Wow.
Especially 30,000 downvotes.
Especially dropping that after the first one, where man, white people love to claim to be victims.
Yeah,
by the way,
that's a good
like,
point.
what?
Good point.
We're the real victims, not those white people. Yeah.
All right, let's listen to the rest of this trash.
When they kill us.
It gets worse.
What is fragile about whiteness when everything has been constructed around it?
Every part of who I am has been distorted or criminalized.
It's really
That's
just
sauce.
I hate that bitch.
Is that was that sauce?
I think it is, yeah.
Hold up.
Distorted.
Oh, it is, bro.
Yep.
Oh my God! This fucking y'all could have stopped and ended it right there. The fact that she's part of this delegitimized this whole fucking thing.
She's one of the biggest haters in the world.
Yeah, this is so bad.
Criminalized.
It's really just a bunch of white lies.
We're storming the Capitol.
You knew this was gonna have to be thrown into it. You knew this.
Surprised there's not an RK Outpost video over top.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, it is. We got a couple minutes.
30 seconds in. Just
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Patriots, you're ridiculous.
One of the definitions of American whiteness is ignorance.
White people, we are not your problem. You are.
Should white people today feel any responsibility for slavery?
Hell yeah.
White Jesus or black Jesus?
Jesus was not white.
Think of geography. Ain't no way Jesus walked around with blonde hair and blue eyes.
White culture fears the end of the world. For us as Native people, the end of the world already happened like multiple times.
Yeah, we conquered you, Jesus.
Symbols and monuments. These are mementos.
Bun B, no, man, no, Bun, man, you guys, that ain't, no, man, that's H-Time, man, or fuck, what is it? Port Arthur, God damn it, Bun B, man.
These are mementos of racism.
Bring that statue down. Put up a TCBY yogurt or something everybody can get behind.
The truth has to be told about history.
We have to make sure that these stories are told from our perspective.
There's always hope. You know what I'm saying? We don't give up.
It's about obliterating systemic and institutionalized racism.
Oh, there's a favorite term.
Yeah, it's a favorite. It's
a buzz
an
term. It
NPC.
doesn't mean anything, but yeah.
It's an NPC.
This is a wild place, y'all. It's a wild place. I know Harriet and Frederick be up there just like, what is they gonna do?
They're crazy.
I'm willing to bet money Frederick Douglass wouldn't have fucked with you. That's the fucking truth.
Never, of
True
course.
that.
This is like the intersectional social justice bingo. You know.
Well,
I bet you know what? I bet Harriet and Douglas would be upset but not because of the reason she thinks, but because of what the status quo was back then. And how everyone does truly have equality now. Like the bottom fucking line, right? And you're still sitting there like a victim bitch, fucking like complaining about literally everything that happens to you must be because of race. Like piece of dog shit like Brian Flores in the NFL, right? Like they would be upset about what's happening today, but it's not because of white people, it's because of black people like them.
That's these comments, man. These comments are brutal. As a black man, this is frankly embarrassing. Have friends from all races and religious backgrounds. The creators of this can't seriously think that this is okay to talk about other human beings this way. No one should ever have to take blame for something they didn't do. The fact that this isn't a parody or even satire is truly appalling and kind of terrifying. I mean, this thing is getting absolutely destroyed.
That's what go back to that ratio. That's impressive. What is that?
Oh yeah,
I haven't. I don't
right
know.
there.
1.3 to
that's about as bad as I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
That's like a new Warriors level, right?
Yeah, that's about as bad as I've ever seen. Like on some real race.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting what it fucking deserves.
Well, so I saw it from my phone, and on the phone, you can't see dislikes, so I have the extension on my computer, the Chrome extension. But so when I saw the video, I was like, this thing has 2 million views and 1,200 upvotes. I can't wait to see how bad the ratio is. And then, of course, like I said, you can't get away from a ratio, okay? Because all you got to do is, even if you can't see the dislike, just go to the comments. And when you see comments having more likes than the fucking video, that's a ratio. You're not going to get rid of this ratio. People will figure out how to do it. 13,000 comments, 14,000 going on. And it's more than the fucking likes it has. This is insane, but
I'm glad people are mocking and shaming it, because this is how you get rid of this type of shit. Like this shit should be mocked, shamed. Everybody that's a part of it should be laughed at, and they should feel ashamed of them fucking self for posting this fucking loser shit. The reason why my angle in terms of how we talk about like race and these groups of black people and their whole pathetic woe is me social justice bullshit. The reason why I've never I'm not fond of it is, and I would encourage people to watch my old video that why I don't support Black Lives Matter, is because it's like beta bitch bullshit where they essentially say that their world can't move unless white people change. And this is an argument for those, I hate to give people a fucking history lesson on this shit, but this is an argument that's been taking place certainly among black people. I can't speak for all these other, I know they like to think all POCs are the same, fucking goddamn same. It's funny, they got Asian motherfuckers in it. I would encourage you to go see how some of these Asian goddamn countries feel about your black ass if you actually go over there and talk to them about it and what kind of shit they will call you.
Ask John Boyega about them Star Wars posters.
Exactly, like the fact that they put all of us together when hell, you depending on where you at or what you are, these motherfuckers will call you all kinds of shit. But on a serious note, this conversation has been happening within like black kind of culture about as long as it dates back. And you look at for example, like I think the first big one was like the Booker T. Washington versus like W.B. Du Bois kind of approach, where like what you think of in terms of black intellectualism or black modern, like what is just leftism essentially, and they become a mouthpiece, is the same fucking argument that a lot of like souls, like Thomas Sowell's, Walter E. Williams versus them. It's the same fucking argument where you have this other one set of black folks that's like, look, man, we need if we're gonna be great, we got to create for for ourselves instead of begging white people to accept us, embrace us, and all this shit. And unfortunately, so many of these, really every major black corporate fucking intellectual activist, that's their approach. It's, oh, woe is me, white folk are doing some shit, or I'm in an unfortunate situation because of some shit, some boogeyman white man around the corner and what it is they did, clinging on to a history that they never had a part of. So my issue with that is less about oh, well, these guys taking shots at white people. It's more because it just reaffirms this beta bullshit where it's like, well, our world can't move unless they fucking change. And we gotta talk about them like, dude, if you actually had pride, and this is why all these folks that sit up there with their fist in the fucking air, they all full of shit because they don't really even value themselves like they claim they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't look at these white folks like the way that they do. It's the same argument that Malcolm X would have in comparison to like the Martin Luther King Jr.'s of the world. Well, Malcolm X, one of the most misunderstood black leaders of all time, was more of like, well, shit. He is one great speech that I would encourage y'all to look at. He talks about it. He started off, he said, if white immigrants can move to this country and nickel and dime their way and you know, create their own businesses and all that, he said black people are not in a moral position to basically be begging for white people to integrate them or have them be a part of their kitchen and shit like that. This is an argument that's been happening for a very long time, and unfortunately the W.B. Du Bois talented 10th black intellectualism was what fucking won, and it's just that. It's beta bullshit begging to be embraced and accepted by fucking white people, and I don't got fucking time for that. That's for losers.
You know what?
Talk to him, Ripper. I had to do it. The chat keeps saying it. The cat, he cooking y'all. He cooking y'all. I had to say it. The chat's been saying
in gaming.
Well, I would just like to say for all these white leftists that are talking about you want black representation, you want black voices elevated. Please have a conversation with Eric. Please have a conversation.
Don't get invited to their functions. I ain't on front of Twitch right now for Black fucking History Month or all that shit. I ain't the one that get invited to those functions. They don't want to talk to fucking me.
That's because you think.
Yeah, because it ain't about blackness. It's about a certain fucking social political view.
You know, I'm going to use their logic right now for a little exercise. I'm gonna flop my burrito on the table and just come up with an exercise, right? I'm going to say right now to you, Jeremy, and to you, Ryan, that I absolutely despise you and that I hate you. And you might be asking why, and I'll say because of the Alamo. And you can be like, well, were you at the Alamo? Were you shooting the muskets or something? Was my grandfather at the Alamo? And I say no. If you look at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna see something as white as a blank piece of paper, just as your personality. And that's what's wrong with it, right? Because I wasn't part of the Alamo, and yes, a lot of Mexicans died at the Alamo, and a lot of white people died at the Alamo. But did you die at the Alamo? Or did you personally injure me by the Alamo? And the answer is no.
Right.
We became friends because of the integrity of our character, not because of the history of our past or something. I did not give a shit whether you actually participated in, you know, all the things that Alabama people participate in. I never did. I found out later on, and I was like, hey, you do you. Your family gatherings must be super fun. But you do you, and you never care. You never cared the fact that I didn't even finish elementary school because I didn't know how to read or write. I only knew how to hunt chickens out in the wild. But the thing is that we became friends because of the integrity of our morale, because we just said, you know what, let's forget about the rest and just look at the person that we have in front of us. And Jeremy and Ryan and every single one of you guys have done a lot of things for me. And just
I've done nothing for you. Just letting you know.
Just take it, god damn it! Just take it. Look, dude, I have no friends, and you actually said hi back today to me. That just took me out of my pit of depression for 1 second. So let me live it. But the point is that we are not looking at each other through the lens of, what did your grandfather's grandfather did to my grandfather's uncle? You know, it's just like, what are you doing for me? Who are you? And I think at the end of the day, that's what you should care about. Like,
but that's the problem with this approach, is that, you know, you really do see the difference in just like our ethics, because they don't see you as an individual. You know what I mean? They see you as a race. They see you as a gender. They see you as a sexuality and all that. And I'm not saying that there aren't maybe common themes subculturally. What I'm saying is that every individual is an individual. So it's always fucking retarded for someone to try to make someone pay for the mistakes of what someone fucking did that's maybe part of their lineage that they had fucking nothing to do with. And that's been the approach. And I think with this case, it's more of, Well, definitely being a fucking victim is a very popular thing in today's day and age. And this is why it feels like even though we were over this racial hump in America, it feels like we fucking since 2008 moved goddamn backwards the other way. Because this kind of became more of a social currency, this whole victimhood. And this is why everybody's pulling from the past again, even though I felt like in the 90s we were fucking over this shit. And then we were, at least for the most part, like like there were really fringe people that were kind of those guys that would say the shit like what you hear really on mainstream now we've moved the complete opposite way, and it feels like race relations in this country has got worse, and it always goes back to history and shit, which again none of these motherfuckers were for the most part were ever alive for, and hell, let alone know their actual lineage. Hell, who knows, their fucking parents or grandparents probably wasn't even slaves. They probably came in after the fucking fact, like so many black people in this country certainly have, and being like, second maybe generation or something like that. They never even fucking participated in any sort of slavery, or their lineage doesn't trace back to that. And it just sucks, man, because all it does is it robs people of their individualism, which is ultimately what this is about. And they want you to be of some sort of identity and be controlled by that, as opposed to your own fucking actions.
Right. They don't want you to be people, because people communicate with each other. Right now, you're talking people that you meet. You're not going to categorize them as, you're black, you're white, you're a burrito like Ivan. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to turn around and you're going to say you're Mark, you're Ripa, you're Adam, you're Jeremy. And people can talk, but when you break people into categories, you can divide them. Keep them divided, they'll always be fighting, and you can do whatever the hell you want.
To be fair, I do talk to people like that once I get to know them. Like Ivan, when I first met him, like, this is a nice guy, and then he's saying me, and then as soon as we became friends, it was like a lot of racial insults once we became friends.
I do remember. I think I even called you sir, like the first day we met. I took him to a restaurant, like thinking, he deserves something nice, something good. And I actually thought of like, where can I take him that he's gonna eat nice and healthy? And later on, I found out that this fucker doesn't eat anything other than fried chicken.
Burgers. Hamburgers.
It's funny because that's the thing.
Hey, Jeremy would be black if he voted for Biden.
we like I make the joke. We make the joke, and like I have it in my Twitter bio that I'm like a diversity hire for Geeks and Gamers and stuff. But that's because that's how the left. That's how they see us. They're going to look at Jeremy and go, no, Jeremy's a racist. So any black people, any Hispanics, anybody, he's a misogynist. So any women, all of those people that are on these streams, they're just, it doesn't make a difference. They're just, like allying with their oppressors, or they're just there for the clout or whatever, because that's exactly how they do it. All those motherfuckers in that video, they're not there for any other reason than the clout, than to be looked at like a normal person, or be looked at. Yeah. There.
That's it right there. That's how they view Geeks and Gamers right there. And of course that got deleted.
What?
To be fair, it was a video from me, so
it was that led them down the path of Geeks and Gamers. But yeah,
did you say, Ryan?
Nothing. He was complaining about race swapping.
It was literally a video about Booster Gold being race swapped for the CW.
Oh,
that leads to Geeks and Gamers in the game somehow.
Jesus,
that ain't a reach at all. God damn.
But to my second point, real quick too, is like I can actually, I actually can trace like my lineage. I'm 5 generations removed from slavery, but like my grandfather moved to like a middle of like a podunk town in Michigan. They're the only black family for like almost 100 miles anywhere in direction. And all of my aunts and uncles, my mom, all of them have been in college. They either have doctorates or master's degrees, served in the military, all these things, and have done something with their lives. I'm the exception to the rule. But, they've all done something to defy what society will tell you black people have to live with, or what black people have to deal with, or how hard it is for them to get by anything. And so all of these conversations, all these documentaries and shit that they do today delegitimizes all the hard work that people that actually did have to struggle went through to get us to the point where we don't have to have those conversations anymore. We don't have to struggle like that anymore. It spits in the face of the people that actually were on the front line doing the fucking work. And guess what? Some of those people were white people too. So you're shitting on all the white people that did the work too to say, hey, guess what? The shit that isn't okay. And a lot of times it's funny to me. They're sitting here, talking about, oh, Trump is so terrible and all of this shit like that. Most of the perpetrators of bad shit in this country was by the fucking government in the first place. And they're going to sit there and turn around and go, well, Trump was really bad and Trump was really mean to me. And then you can literally look on the internet and watch Joe fucking Biden call black people super predators and shit. And they go, yeah, well, it was a long time ago. We don't talk.
Context matters. Context matters.
Context matters. Except when Joe Rogan fucking says it, or Howard Stern literally dresses like a fucking minstrel on his show. Like that's fine. Context is important, Yeah. So
the thing is, the people, the Democrats, the liberals, the people in power who get the vast majority of the black vote, they want to keep black people. They want to keep you in separated families. They want the men in jail, and they want the women to have children with multiple people. They want them on welfare, on food
100%.
stamps, on EBT. They want them to sit there and blame white people for all their problems so that they can keep their vote by telling them we'll make it better. You're so oppressed. This is so terrible. It's all the white man's fault. We'll make it better. Guess what? It's been fucking decades, and they never do.
Yeah.
Go Ryan. Go Ryan.
No,
Ryan's saying it though. That's
exactly
a fact.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
exactly right.
Number one, there's two things to that part, because number one, if they actually wanted to solve the problem, I think, running, cities for fucking multiple decades, they had plenty of time to do it. And the problem seems to have gotten worse. But also, it would completely nullify the need for their existence in the event that they actually solved it, which is why you see so many activists and race hustlers. They're not actually in the business of solving fucking any fucking thing, because they become irrelevant in the event that they do that. If they actually wanted to propose some sort of legitimate solution, which any solution is going to first start with the individual anyway, and they just cannot acknowledge. It's going to first start with some people looking at the mirror and seeing what hell is what I had to do to certainly better my life was, all right, what the fuck am I doing to put myself in this situation? But a lot of folks don't look at it like that. It's more, okay, some external factor, and they, of course, say that it's an external factor. It's not your fault, and so you keep doing this self-destructive shit. Meanwhile, again, the problem doesn't ever get solved. It's just like, okay, hey, you guys fail. We'll keep helping you out. And welfare state is some of the most evil shit in terms of its implementation. Consider what it did to black people, and more specifically black families. That was by design. So it's funny when you talk about legitimately racist like policies, they champion those as good things, which is hilarious. Minimum wage, which was implemented in this country with racial origins, whether it be with fucking the welfare statism and what that did to black families. These are all things that the quote unquote left, despite it being as destructive as it has been, but the quote unquote left has been big champions of it for decades. And that's
I was going to say, shout out to Larry Elder for making the documentary Uncle Tom. I don't know how many of you have seen it. But
I haven't seen that.
Those people, Mike, that you were talking about that paved the way and like really fought actual oppression, like that's an amazing documentary about all those people. And for those, my mom actually just texted me earlier. She said, I just watched Uncle Tom for the first time. It's amazing. It really is. And it shows like a true American history. Like it's not black history, it's American history. Like we all were there and we fought that and we got out of it. And it highlights a lot of those great people that helped fight for actual equality and fighting actual oppression. And it's definitely worth watching.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
You know
Well
what?
said.
I'm going to. Do you hear that? Do you hear the galloping? The fucking donkey of truth is coming.
The police.
Here comes the donkey of truth.
Steamy truth on you. Here's the thing.
Donkey of truth, man.
One of the most damaging things to any culture, society, person is a complex of inferiority, of victim. You know, I've seen it personally in Mexico. I think one of the things that doesn't allow Mexico to progress as a country is that they see themselves as such a victim, because they're always, and I'm telling you, like, this is how, like, subtly you see it in the media, how it's like, oh, well, we would be better if we had never been conquered by the Spaniards, or we would be better if we had never lost our land to the United States. We would have been better if so-and-so would have never happened. And it's like, no, look at freaking Japan. It has like 1/7 of your land, and they got bombs dropped on them. And what? It took them less than 20 years to become another world power. What are you doing? You know, but it's this victim mentality that doesn't matter if you're a country or if it's your culture, if it's your family or anything. Having that mentality will completely stop you from progressing.
Absolutely.
The donkey now is gone.
Well, that's it. It's exactly what Ripper was talking about and what Ivan just had to think about it. All these people, if they provide a solution, they're out of a job. Then they're out of their mansion in Beverly Hills or Calabasas, wherever the hell they are. Which would you? I mean, I've heard people talk about which is actually worse: the institutionalization of keeping a group down or slavery. Think about it. You've institutionalized something where you actually have the people believing that it's good for them.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like it's like, you know, people understood like that was I mean, this is why the growth was so stagnant, definitely with the implementation of like the welfare statism. Like even, I mean, Thomas Sowell points this out all the time. Like even like welfare did what even slavery couldn't do, and that was break up the fucking black family.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that was something that even fucking slavery couldn't manage.
People came together. They came together to survive. But in this, you go, it's okay. You don't have to succeed in life. We got you.
You know, they encourage it. They fund it. They say, hey, as long as you, the great soul breaks it down like this. He says, welfare incentivizes you to fail, because it says, as long as you fail, we'll give you this. We'll give you Section 8 housing. We'll give you all of this shit. But the minute you get above that line,
right,
you're stripping all that shit a fucking way from you. So it incentivizes you to stay right there in that box of, you know, basically not being of any sort of progress, because they're gonna take all of that shit away. This is why it's one of the most rotten fucking things to ever exist. I know people look at everything else. One of the most rotten things that exists in this country is welfare statism.
Well, because you destroy the spirit.
Yep.
And then you get them to you get people to buy into it.
Yeah, what they're like basically supporting their own fucking oppression. That's what happened. Their own progress. That's what's so fucked about it. Like I was talking about with like it's minimum wage, same way. Minimum wage started in this country. A lot of folks don't seem to fucking know that. It wasn't some union workers wanted to get fucking just paid a little more. Fuck no. It was a fucking white, racist white motherfuckers didn't want to compete against black, female, and young people's labor. And that's why they wanted the shit implemented. This was this history in terms of like the Bacon-Davis Act. Even in this country, you go to Australia, it was the same fucking thing. South Africa is the same goddamn thing. Historically, that shit was implemented, yet implemented to, you know, racist origins, and now you have the people who it still impacts. Like in this country, when you look at like black young unemployment, it's among some of the fucking highest in the goddamn country. If you don't think minimum wage has anything to do with that, you're fucking out of your mind. That's why the shit was implemented, and it's still doing that. Yet you get these sides that are still championing it as if it's something that it's good. That was to George's point, was the trick. Now they got people convinced that something that is destructive to them is something that they should be advocates of, and that's fucking impressive.
But now we got to turn it around. That's the thing, is to turn it around, because you've got this ingrained. I mean, I looked at it in the UK. They have generations of people on the dole where it's passed down family to family to family. And they change that. That's the key now. How do you? And I think ridicule is one of the ways where you go, where you show them step by step, exactly like what y'all are doing.
Yeah. You guys are crushing it tonight. This has been a fantastic show. We've been over 3,000 all night long, fucking killing it. Thank you guys for being here. It's been a great discussion. I know you got a lot of super chats that you guys have been sending. I will get to those, but the conversation has been so good. There's no need to interrupt that. So yeah, I just wanted to make a point. And yeah, chat's loving Rip is just going off tonight. And like a good host, I just sitting on the side saying, shut the fuck up, Jeremy, let him go. Cause yeah, that's what Ripa does though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's awesome. And I love everything it's more than just words. That's the whole thing. Like he's actually got actions that are backing that shit up. I think that's why he's so fired up, because he's so creatively focused right now. Now he's coming in hot. Yeah. And unfortunately, he can't bring that same fire to Mario Kart. But anyway,
Can't help himself. He can't help it.
I can't help it. Fuck Dan Vast. How about that? Me and Ripple about to be like the over the top meme. We're like me and Ripple, Mario Kart. Fuck Dan Vast.
You two are about to shake and make his ass.
Yeah. After Dan Vast's performance last week, that's bullshit. That's unacceptable right there. I will say, Rippa. When me and Rippa, whenever I'd ask him to come on premium, he's never said no. I had Krista ask Dan, and he conveniently was in bed and he couldn't play premium last night. Just saying,
awfully convenient, Dan.
Don't remember that one happening with Rippa, but hey, okay, it's all good, Dan. You need your beauty sleep. I understand. No problem. So there he is. Chat right now. What the fuck? Free hate. Oh man. I did want to point out. So we have a. He's returned. Apparently he has returned. Okay, this is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. This is on Josiah Rise's channel. It's the first upload in 6 months, ladies and gentlemen.
Hopefully there ain't some fucking Undertaker theme music here. Hit us.
Christians on this platform is digital prosecution, persecution.
Affecting the entire channel. It came out of the blue with no previous strikes.
He has never called on any violence. He's never supported any violence whatsoever. He simply has very strong opinions and he goes against the mainstream narrative.
You're a billion-dollar corporation that needs to go after a kid with 170,000 subscribers. I mean, I want to laugh at you.
He's very much going after Hollywood and a lot of the narratives out there. He's a Christian. He's a family man. And he loves his family and he loves his country. That's what he's guilty of.
Yes.
Yeah, I like this ball. This is good. I love it. I fucking love it. That is top. That's fucking quality, man.
That is good shit right
that is a
there.
quality ass trailer.
Mike, you know he's coming for you now.
That is good shit, man.
You're gonna finish the job, Mike.
So make sure you go subscribe to Josiah. He is back. Hell of a job from him and Mike on that one, because that's the whole thing. Mike, you're muted, I think. But that's the whole thing about the burying picture. That was it.
I have been sitting on that fucking video. Like, we shot all that shit months ago. And yep, I got called a murderer. I've been investigated. Had people launching investigations into my shit. And maybe I am a murderer, but he's alive now. So what are you going to charge me with? Nothing. No, for real. Like, mad respect to Josiah. He's one of my best friends. And the shit that happened was fucked up. But yeah, man, he's back. He's gonna work just as hard as he did before, and I mad respect to him. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so for those that might not know, I mean, Josiah, built his channel up. It exploded. It went crazy. He got up to 170,000 subscribers. He was killing it, and suddenly, he got demonetized from YouTube, and it was devastating for him. I know this for a fact. I mean, I've known Josiah for a long time. It was really hard on him, and it mentally fucked with him, and so finally, so he obviously moved and he's been without internet for a while, but once he got denied twice after he remonetized and everything. He got denied twice. I think it was twice. And then finally, once he had to move and he had no internet, he got reapproved for monetization, but he hasn't been able to do anything, and it's been driving him crazy. So it's good to see him back, and always got his back. He's the man, and I'm really happy for him. So we're gonna give him all the support we can, So shout out to Josiah. I'm sure you'll see him on Tuesday night's main event in the near future. So good to have him back, and I know it means a lot to Mike. Mike's the reason I know Mike is because of Josiah. You know, Mike's been following Geeks Gamers for a long time, so really good stuff. So there's Josiah in the chat there. So good to have him back. Good to have him back. That's good shit though. Good. Again, a lot of people may not know this. Josiah is a filmmaker. Mike is a filmmaker. These guys are like, they are filmmakers. Josiah's made a full-length feature film, you know, and he's heavily into the, you know, the fantasy realm and everything like that. So, you know, big things in the works. So it's good to see for sure. It's good to see. All right. So
Mike's going to be going as Epic Double Jeopardy Mike in a couple of months.
Well, but now there's no body, so what are you going to charge me with?
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff.
Awesome, man.
I did want to talk about what is going, and there might be updates that I'm not even aware of, but let me find the tweet that I retweeted. Right here. From Disclosed TV. So this was just in. Now, obviously, you got the Freedom truckers going on. There's been a lot surrounding that story, but this happened right before we went live. Just in, Alberta to scrap vaccine passport program at midnight tonight.
Wow.
Nice.
Been seeing a lot of momentum building for a lot of things going on. Obviously, Christy, you're in Canada, and I know you've been following this story closely, but you know, I think the momentum is shifting. You know, what do you think about this, Ryan? I mean, where are you at on it? Do you think the momentum's shifting right now? It's still
absolutely.
We're nowhere clear, but momentum is shifting.
No, but you've got a lot of people making noise, both literally and figuratively. You can no longer honk in some of these cities. So if you're about to get in an accident, go fuck yourself, I guess. But you know, I think that the idea that now we have two provinces, which are basically like big ass states. That's kind of the best way to think about it, I suppose, in Canada, that are now repealing these restrictions. This is the point. This is the intent. This is why these people are doing this, despite GoFundMe shutting down their stuff, illegally trying to take this money from people, and then Give, Send, Go stepping up and doing some things. Despite all the best efforts, the prime minister of this country constantly smearing them, calling them racist, calling them white supremacists. Sounds a lot like they don't like The Last Jedi, doesn't it? Against all this shit, it doesn't matter. They are still persevering. They're still getting through this. So I think it's awesome. And I hope that if this comes to America, we see the same energy.
Absolutely. And here's the terrorist right here singing "We Are the World" while holding hands. With I don't support them anymore.
Never mind.
But yeah, I mean, compare this to a BLM, you know, riot right now, and these are the terrorists apparently. But I mean, yeah, I do think momentum is shifting. Again, nowhere near out of the woods on this at all, but it definitely seems like the tide's turning a little bit. Go ahead.
Look at the Scandinavian countries. You know, they're all dropping all restrictions. Idaho, I think, or no, Iowa. Excuse me, Iowa. We're like, man, we're over. And you look at Florida. I mean, Florida basically never locked down. They were like, whatever. Then this Twitter in the private chat, I posted a tweet of mine, and it's
Ryan. Can you get that? I'll be right back, Ryan.
It's a video of a bunch of people all walking together, carrying gas cans. Like they're all circumventing these rules. They don't care. They're not going to stop. Viva Fry has been doing an incredible job being on the ground,
killing it.
You know, shout out to Viva, and you know he's showing that these people are peaceful and they're just there because they don't want to be forced to do something that they don't want to do, and that's what it's about. They're not anti-vax, they're anti-mandate, and all these lies from the government. People are seeing. That's the beauty of this internet right now. I'm so grateful for the internet, especially in these kind of times where people are showing the truth of the matter. The real on the ground reporting is these people are peaceful. These people just want to live together with everyone and not be forced. And it's just like we were talking about Joe Rogan. You know, it's countering the narrative. It's showing that these people, because Trudeau's tripling down. He keeps going. Like he was talking in Parliament, just really trying to reiterate how, mandates are the reason we will lead us to less restrictions.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Do you know how crazy that sounds?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I'm talking about that on the show tomorrow.
if you behave, we're gonna lift the restrictions from your restrictions. So it's like, okay, prisoner, stay in your cell, and you might get some freedoms inside your cell.
What? Enough of that.
That's
It
insane.
is.
It is. They're at least making. I know with I don't know if it was Alberta. I know they're saying there's still some psych. It's not all the way, you know what I mean? Basically, but the fact that they're even slightly pivoting on some of this at least shows you that there's ground being made up, and which is important because it shows what they're doing is at least working some way.
Yeah, absolutely. Krista, do you have any thoughts on it? I know you've been following.
Yeah, you guys have said it all. And what's beautiful too is that it's not just Canada, but almost like the entire world, you know, like America standing up. You see even like videos in Italy where they're starting to fight back a little bit in Australia. And so the fact that like Canadians are standing up against this says a lot too, because we all know how Canada can be sometimes. So it's just beautiful. And I'm proud to be Canadian, and I'm proud of the people standing up for freedom. It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does
that's
anyone come here, Jeremy?
It's possible, but I don't think people are prepared. I think
if it happens here, it's gonna derail so much. That I just know a lot of folks ain't fucking ready. I welcome this shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I think the people there, the people here are like to cheering for it, but they ain't ready for the reality of it.
Yeah,
right.
I think the Biden administration is really afraid of that happening here because people are already looking at them with the empty shelves, going, "Yo, Biden, what the hell?" Yeah. So if the truckers in America stop, I mean, oh man, they're not ready for that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't, but we're not. That's the problem. I don't think the average American citizen's not ready to not have Fruit Loops and fucking chicken when they walk in the grocery store.
Yeah,
we're just not. So
well, and that's the thing. The first thing they'll do is throw everybody that's fighting for something under the bus and say, "See, they're the reason you don't have the shit that you want." So,
well, that's what I was trying to do. Like it's the same thing. It's like they try to then make it appear as if the people that are fighting off the aggression are the ones that are using some sort of aggression, which is amazing, and it's psychopathic fucking behavior. These people are very evil pieces of shit.
It's like show me in Canada where these truckers have taken an entire like block of a city and made it their own like city state where police don't show up.
But GoFundMe had no problem with it. That's for fucking sure. Right.
Did they loot any?
They talked about it, made a post about it, and they're, hey, look at these guys are building a garden and chopping shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like they all supported that, and then motherfucking truckers start making some moves, and they're like, oh well, we don't want a fun occupation. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Could you imagine if the truckers there actually said, okay, we're creating a new state right here within Canada called the Canadian Truckers New Country? They'd have the military.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I think momentum is building, but it's at no point in time to get complacent or anything like that.
No,
you know what I mean? So
you especially apply pressure. When you know that they're bending on, like you especially gotta fucking go forward with it.
Yep, 100%. I did want to mention real quick that we're obviously aware of the Project Veritas story. Ryan will be getting that covered on Sports Wars. So I'm anxious to see this video as well. That's gonna be very, very interesting. So
I haven't seen that yet.
Like the highlight of it is they talk to a lot of ESPN employees, and there is significant anti-white racism going on, which shouldn't really be a surprise if you've literally watched for a 30-minute span ESPN for the past 4 years. That's obvious that there's a lot of that going on. But in the same token, there's also some behind-the-scenes interviews from people that are saying, we're saying all this stuff about Black Lives Matter, or whatever. Like, these people have no idea what they're talking about. Like, it's all just virtue signaling. There's stuff like that in there too.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Nice. And then another thing I wanted to mention really quick, because this is kind of the first time I've actually promoted this, and that is that I know Chris had just sent it to the mod chat, but officially we are now on Rumble. We only got one video up over there, but right there we are on Rumble. Oh, they gave us a verification too, so that's cool. But nice. That is nice. So
we're going to be talking 44 fucking cents.
We're going to be talking to them. So Mod's going to be dropping the link right there in the chat. But we're going to be talking to them more because I do want to get more information on them. Again, I like Odyssey a lot. Odyssey is based as fuck. They just are. Like, they don't give a damn. And that's what, like, That's what's cool as hell about them, and I love their trolling of Rumble. I really do. And
Bro,
yeah, just because
Tim Pool's such a bitch, man.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, I shouldn't have laughed so hard.
To be clear, that was me that said that, not Adam. But like, just his response to like Odyssey's clear joke was just
I actually
so
got a clip
stupid.
for it. I've got a clip from him. He sent me a clip. This is exactly his response.
This is not okay. It's just not.
Too much hair.
I thought it was gonna be the beanie getting torn off. No, and like the thing is, Tim Pool just a couple weeks ago held the Getter CEO's feet to the fire over free speech and censorship and all that stuff. And you know, more power to him. Awesome, good job. I think a lot of people thought that Getter, you could just say literally whatever you want. It's not the case. There's some censorship on Getter. There's some things you can't say. There's like people they don't want on there, right?
Yeah.
But it's less censorship than big tech. Absolutely. Rumble is similar. Right, you can't just go on and say whatever you want to say. There are hate speech requirements on Rumble. There are things like this on Rumble. So Rumble's kind of similar to Getter in that vein. Way less censorship than big tech, not a completely free speech platform. I will put maybe like Odyssey and Gab in that type of area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the guy who held, Getter's feet to the fire to then come out there to try to defend Rumble because Odyssey made a joke about them, it doesn't seem very consistent to me. And, that's a problem, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Odyssey's got a lot of good going for them, and I like them a lot. And I like both of them. I personally think Odyssey works better than Rumble at this point in time. Even though they don't have a dedicated app on Android yet, I think they have one on Apple.
Yeah, I have it on Apple.
Okay, so and I think they have an app for Android. I don't think that's been approved, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's coming along. I gotta ask Julian. I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. I'll ask him about that. I get asked that all the time about where the app is.
Mm-hmm. But you can get the library app and access it through the library app, which is what I do with my Android phone. So, and it works really well. I mean, it's not perfect, but it works pretty damn well. So, look, more options is always better.
Yes.
It just is. I think multiple options is good. Obviously, YouTube is going to be my primary focus as long as that's going to drive the revenue and help us grow the most. But if there's other options out there, and look, I see what Salty's doing on Rumble. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, motherfucker's killing it. He's got 20,000 people watching his live streams on Rumble sometimes. It's insane. And I'm sure he's pulling great numbers on Odyssey too. I haven't really seen what his numbers are on Odyssey, but I mean, Salty's a fucking legend. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Salty.
We love Salty. Love Salty.
Army.
And Mrs. And Mrs. Salty's great. They're both just they're killing it, and so it shows you that there's potential out there to do things. So we're gonna be on Rumble next week too. So
we're gonna be everywhere. I think it's important to be. We're also on BitChute, right? We're over there as well. I think it's important to be in all these places, and I like Rumble and I like Odyssey. They both have different positives and different negatives, but you can't deny that one is more free speech than the other. They're both way better than big tech, but I think for 95% of people, they don't. I don't think that. I think I'm and probably Ripple and others are in the minority in this country that want true free speech. That do not care if I come to a video and see a bunch of slur or whatever. Right? I actually think that this country has been so indoctrinated now that we're in the minority when it comes to wanting truly free speech. So for 95% of people. A little bit catered, a little bit censored, not as much as big tech, but not truly free. We can say whatever the fuck you want. I actually think that's what the vast majority of people are looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are on BitChute as well. Although I don't really BitChute does not work great. Although we get great views over there, so that's all I care about. We get great views on BitChute, so that's fantastic. But yeah, I mean, we're as many places as we can be, and especially it's cool when they reach out. Odyssey reached out. Rumble's reached out. That's fucking cool. And I greatly appreciate that, as does anyone else that Rippa big on Odyssey and told me from the beginning Odyssey was legit. So
thing
They
is,
got,
like,
they got libertarians running it, man. So you know they don't give a motherfucker about any of this shit, man. So that's what makes it so fucking awesome, man.
but it's
Go
good
ahead,
getting
Mike.
on the ground floor of some of these things too, because like that's how you build loyalty. You're showing them like, hey man, I like what you got going on. We're here to help, and you're not like Ripa said, you're giving them, you're promoting them, and you're being with them instead of going, well, YouTube's the only legitimate source or whatever.
Mhm.
Spotify's the only legitimate source. It's like, nah, go fucking check these guys out. And then the more eyes that Geeks and Gamers has on them, the more eyes that Odyssey has on them, and vice versa. It helps, and it becomes a community where everybody's supporting each other and building each other, and that's how you win. Is like you unite together on stuff, So I just think it's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna say something that I said like 3 streams ago, that I'm actually happy that what's happening right now, it's happening. Like all this cancel culture and everything. I mean, I hate it in a way, but in one way too. I'm kind of happy that it's happening because we get creators, we get hungry for something. Right now, we are hungry for more freedom of speech. We're hungry for more like legitimate content. We're hungry for this. We're hungry for that, and we look for it. And out of necessity comes invention. Out of the necessity of wanting good content, Ripa came up with this product. Out of the necessity of a good Boba Fett story, George is doing his thing. Out of the necessity of a good, gutter cleaning, Jeremy got me a job. It is just, the ripple effect in time. I'm happy about it. By the way, oranges, like I got this orange and it has like a tumor. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Like this thing is so genetically modified. It's
I mean, talk about necessity. I mean, Geeks and Gamers was never about what it is now. It started out as video game tournaments. That's what it was.
Mhm.
I wasn't trying to get it to, any, calling out this or calling that out, or try to become, the things that I used to watch, like Collider and all this stuff. It was just video game tournaments. And that's all I wanted to do was play video games. And in a lot of ways, that's all I still want to do is play video games. But all that shit's being taken from us now. And so that is a necessity thing that was created because I kept watching. Like after The Last Jedi came out, you started seeing like all of these people that were just like, it was bad. You know what I mean? And I saw it with Collider. I used to watch Collider Movie Talk every day. That was my sports center for movies. That's what it was. I used to look forward to it every fucking day. I was a huge fan of those guys. And it just all fell apart through identity politics and woke Hollywood bullshit. And so now here we are where Geeks and Gamers is, become what it's become for a lot of different reasons, but it was mainly out of necessity because I was too fed up with all the shit I was seeing from all these other places. And as I've said, I think that there's different layers to, kind of creating. And obviously there's people on the front lines like Ripa, but, the reason that the Hollywood gets those signal boosts because they have all these publications that kiss up to them. Well, Geeks and Gamers ain't gonna kiss up to nobody, but we're definitely going to cover everything that we want to cover. We're going to be as honest as we possibly can. And signal boosting shit is important, and that's what we're going to continue to build towards. But it came out of necessity, and here we are.
There was another thing too. I mean, as far as Geeks and Gamers, you guys get all the criticism that Geeks and Gamers gets is that you guys are grifters. All you do is like, find controversy and but the thing is, you guys are also doing a bunch of shit behind the scenes and helping people build stuff and helping people make projects and work on projects and all this other stuff. Most of the people that criticize you guys aren't doing any of that shit.
True.
They're sitting on their fucking hands waiting for you to post another video that pops off so that they can farm your popularity and say, oh, Geeks and Gamers did another thing about Brie Larson, and see, that's all they ever do. And then they don't do any shit for themselves. They don't have any projects. They don't have any creativity of their own. And so that's sometimes the hate too, is that they look at you guys and go, cool, well, I'm going to accuse them of being this because it's really what I am. And I don't want to look at myself in the mirror and go, shit, if I actually like put my money where my mouth is, I'm not capable of making anything worth a damn. But the fact is, like, you guys are, whether they like it or not. So, the fact is, you don't get responses from these big companies and these big corporations you know, unless they're noticing you, unless they're threatened by you. You don't mess around. Like, you don't look at a bug across the room and go, fuck that. You go after the thing that's on you, or the thing that's bothering you first, you know. And so I think that's the other part of it too, is, you know, you guys are putting your money where your mouth is by actually supporting people and supporting things that matter to you, instead of just only calling out things that you don't like. So yeah.
Well said. And yeah, I mean, I'm done with the whole, like, I'm not talking about Brie Larson anymore. I'm not bringing that topic up anymore at all. I'm not interested in.
Oh my.
So,
Jeremy
bro,
probably
this
has
is
a bigger
bad.
ass.
This is this is so bad, dude.
Man, that is terrible, man.
Oh, what the hell is that? What is that? Oh my!
Look at the one below it.
What the hell, man?
Pretty fucking bad, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is that's
I made
nightmare
my
fuel
third
right
Brie Larson video the other day. I've
How'd it
only made
do?
3. I got over 100,000 views randomly.
Moving on up.
It's the most viewed thing I've had in the past like month and a half.
You know what
I
that
don't know.
means?
I should make another one.
Make
but
more, make more, motherfucker.
I can't justify it. It's got to be like something real. It can't just be like Brie Larson fucking posted picture of her legs looking thin as fuck or something. I can't do that. But
Yeah, I hear
really?
you. Do what?
No, I was gonna say, like, really, you need excuse. Like, out of all the things in the world, this is where you draw the line.
Well,
Like,
listen. I only make videos about shit that I actually fucking care about. You know what I mean? So like, and I just don't like when Bree started her YouTube channel. Like, I just don't really fucking care about that all that much. Like, not really. It's funny to laugh at a little bit, but it's kind of the same thing with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff. You know, when it came into Johnny Depp actually no shit losing his job while Amber Heard kept hers, like I made a video about that. And then when that first trailer came out without Johnny Depp as Grindelwald, I made a video about that. But in general, the whole like saga, it's just not something I'm super invested in or care about, even though it's a great thing for clicks on YouTube. You know, so these people like to pretend that we'll just say anything for clicks. It's not the case. Got to be fucking interested in the topic at hand.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and that's the same way I operate. And for people go, well, you don't care about Brie Larson. I don't care about Brie Larson. I care about the hypocrisy with Brie Larson saying the things she said. Yet we have people that have been literally fired and canceled for saying the same exact fucking thing, just about a different race or a gender. The hypocrisy is what I cared about. The story is what I cared about. No, I don't care about Brie Larson. She means nothing to me. But I did care about the hypocrisy and pointing that out. And then it just kept getting worse and worse. And a lot of the media really picked up that story and just kept on reporting on it. A lot of my Brie Larson videos aren't necessarily about her. It's about how the media treated her through that whole run. Yeah, so you gotta have some, I gotta have some level of interest in what I'm talking about. I didn't cover much of the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing. It's not to say there's anything wrong with anybody that did it. You do your thing. I mean, because you know, I have no problem with that. I'm just saying, for me, I saw how big that was. I just didn't care because I think they're both pieces of shit. I think they're both horrible fucking people, and I don't give a fuck about either one of them. Fucking ruin each other's lives for all I care. Hey, Johnny Depp is a piece of shit. It's the same type of piece of shit that Amber Heard put in his bed. Like, that's who these people are. I have no vested interest to care about either one of those pieces of shit. I really don't. So, but
sometimes it's worth dealing with a piece of shit if they look like Amber Heard, literally and figuratively.
Speaking of hypocrisy, I cannot wait for for hypocrisy. However you say it. Do I need to remind you that I didn't pass elementary school?
You don't need to remind anyone of that.
No, like I'm very excited to see the second season of Everything Is All White. Everything is all brown. Like, to see white people offended by Mexicans. Yeah. Like I really want to see that, because that's the thing, right? If you're gonna have one, have it for everyone. Like, I want to see. I want to see that everything is gonna be all brown.
Well, I mean, like a lot of those, a lot of these movies I talk about, like I said, all these woke white fucking people that talk about how much they want black representation. I want them to watch Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. I want them to watch that shit. They would be so fucking offended at black people making fun of black people because that's all that is. It's so goddamn funny.
Oh my gosh,
it's so good.
Preacher,
it's so good.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah.
It's like the opening when she runs up and she's like, my baby, because he got shot. And he's like, that ain't your baby. She goes, oh, shit. Never mind.
Oh, ain't that some
it's
shit?
so good.
Yeah.
Ain't that
Drops
some
his
shit?
ass.
It's so good. It's so fucking good. But,
yeah.
you know, they would never, they couldn't handle movies like, it's like they couldn't even handle the more recent Shaft film with Samuel L. Jackson because that was made by an all-black cast and a black director, all black people in it. And it was dudes being dudes. And they weren't talking PC bullshit, and the critics hated it, and the fans loved it.
Yeah,
so it's never about
called
that.
A woman a bitch, and they were like, "Nah, that movie's
exactly."
Like, if we went by today's rules, like back in the day, we would have never ever gotten a single movie from Jackie Chan. Like, really think about it, because he's playing a stereotype or something. Jackie Chan out of the way, or anything with
Think about it. Most people's favorite movies couldn't be made today.
Exactly.
You talk about Jackie Chan, like Rush Hour.
Rush Hour. My God, that was great.
Yep.
Dropping all kinds of racial towards each other. Between Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. Oh man, like what was that scene where he was like, "I ain't no punk bitch neither." Like it was Rush Hour. If you haven't seen Rush Hour,
yes, it's so good.
They would talk. They just say all kinds of racial epithets in that goddamn movie about each other, and it's fucking amazing.
You know what? You know how I feel like today is? I feel like today, it's like if you went to get an ice cream and you're like eating your ice cream on your way home, and someone comes and slaps it out of the way and says, "I don't like that ice cream," and just leaves. Like, I feel like society is now that.
That's pretty much it. I know we're over 2 hours and some people start funneling out, but Krista, I know you've got some things to show everyone.
God fucking damn it.
Too bad George's way, but
I don't like it when I have to agree with Ryan about what's about to happen.
Let me just share my screen. So
just share your screen.
As you guys know, last year I made some Valentine's cards for Geeks and Gamers.
Hell?
And
desktop?
That's her desktop.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty fucking.
She's gonna bring in what she's got here in a minute.
All right. So this year, of course, I had to make them again. So I'm going to show them one by one. First up, we have Jeremy, which is "You're bigger than average in my heart."
That is great.
You couldn't even use a fucking picture where the top of his head's not cut off.
I mean, it's hard to find a picture of Jeremy unless it's from a video. The first thing I saw on his Twitter.
That's true. Look at Leia.
Leia looked like she's got a comorbidity. Just saying.
She looks sad.
She does.
This guy won't leave me the fuck alone. He keeps picking me up for these fucking pictures.
I was sleeping, motherfucker.
She was too. She had just been sleeping.
I can see
it. Yeah.
All right,
that's my girl right there. All right, Krista. What else you got?
Next up, we have Ripa, which is "I'll let you bite my ankles."
That's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good. Right? I'll let you bite my.
Oh man, that's silly, man.
He looks thrilled.
He looks so thrilled. He looks, that looks like one of those.
The one without the beard.
Yeah, that would have been great.
I should have had a picture of Roy.
Get up, Roy.
Oh man.
Next up, we have Ivan, which is "I'd climb over walls."
Just went all out, man.
Jesus.
Oh, that one's winning so far.
Oh my God, Krista.
Why is the Donkey of Truth missing half an ear?
Hey, editing, it's a lot, okay, for me.
No, yeah, no.
I mean, look what I did. I added roses, a sombrero.
Look, I am so happy right now. The fact that you included a hard shell taco and a soft taco, like diversity with the tacos.
Options.
Oh my God, I'm so happy right now.
I look so panicked in that photo too. Like, oh my God, what have I done?
Hey, if you ever try to ride the Donkey of Truth, it's not easy, man. It's not easy.
Oh
amazing.
man, that's good.
One so far.
That one's good.
All right, next up we have Adam, which is I'd share a cup of Crickler coffee with you.
There we go.
That's right. What woman couldn't turn that one down? Look at the look he's giving. Got the hair flowing.
I don't miss the hair, but I'm grateful for my coffee. I'll tell you that.
Are you gonna grow it back out, or are you done with
Hell
it? You
no.
done with it?
I think I'm done with it.
Done with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
So
it
that's
short.
so. Not only did we get the meme, but we also got the plug for Krigler Coffee.
I love
There
that.
you go, Krista.
Nice
Always
dropping
thinking.
that. Yep. All right. Next up, we have George, which is George. Tonight, I'll scream your name.
Oh, that's so good. That is good. I have not seen these. Holy crap. Wow.
And add some parts, you know.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have Ryan, which is, are you feeling the connection between us?
Oh my god, I'm gonna have nightmares.
Wow. Yeah, me too.
Are you? Are you feeling the connection between us?
That's fucking retarded, Krista.
I'm dying.
Oh shit!
This will never get old, by the way.
No, it doesn't ever fucking get old.
Oh, it's just run its course.
All right. Last, certainly not least, we have Mike, which is I killed him.
Oh shit!
Oh, damn.
He looks so happy. He looks so happy.
I was just ready to be done with that fucking shoot, man.
Oh my gosh.
shit.
Chris said that was
Chris,
good.
those
Very
are
well
amazing.
done.
Good job.
Very, very good.
And I want to give a shout out to My Nerdy Home for helping me with those.
Nice.
She's awesome.
Heck yes.
Shout out, nerdy.
Awesome.
Those will be posted and more will be posted on the Geeks Gamers Twitter on Valentine's Day. So stay tuned.
Hell yeah.
I
Good
don't have to
stuff.
question my
Can't wait.
sexuality
Beautiful.
after now. So that
Yeah,
was
Chris,
nice.
yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Ryan's very, very excited for that one.
I can feel his excitement.
Krista and Steph came up with a 30 days of Ryan Grinchmas for the Geeks and Gamers Twitter account. He was so aggravated with that one too.
That just made it better.
I actually like Christmas, but those were fucking stupid.
Oh man.
Yes, man.
All right, we got to start getting through some super chats. Anybody need to bounce? Anybody good?
I got some
Yeah, I
emails
gotta
I need to run through.
Yeah, of course.
So I want to get to those because I fucking been holding them off.
Get your ass on Splatoon, motherfuckers. What you need to
And
do.
this lady, she tells me fucking every day.
Lyndon's playing it now. We got Lethal on it. I'm telling you, man.
She's
Shit's
playing
gonna
the
be
shit.
three.
What the hell
Part
is
3's
it?
coming out
Get it.
later this year.
Jesus, man. Yeah, that's all I hear is the music. Like she's playing, she might be playing it downstairs right now.
She's been grinding on that.
Yeah, she's
fucking
like
game,
level
man.
20 something. So she's
Yeah.
putting in fucking work.
Hell
on it.
yeah.
She loves it. So maybe. But yeah, no, it's been fucking awesome. As always, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully I can maybe next week have more of an update with what we're doing on the book shit, man. But yeah, I don't have much to say. Just appreciate everybody that's here, man, and it's always a good time.
Hell yeah, man.
Love you,
You were
Ripper.
fucking killing it tonight,
Yeah.
bro. So anything you need,
man.
man, you know,
Gotcha.
we got you. So
100%, man. All right, man.
All right,
Y'all
man.
be easy, man. We get to
all right,
work.
man.
All right,
See you
Ripper.
Sunday.
All right, peace out.
All right, all right.
All
All right,
Jeremy,
George.
I'm gonna get out of here too.
okay.
Oh, George, you're leaving?
Yep.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. All right, have a send off, dog.
Okay. You be well, Adam. Thank you for
Thank you,
having me
George.
again. This is great. I had a great time. Ripper was great. All of
Good
you.
to see you. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you. And
No,
I'll catch
yeah.
y'all next week.
Subscribe to George the Giant Slayer over
Yeah,
there.
I got
killing
a
it
Joe
on his
Rogan
channel.
video up there now.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Check
go
it
check
out.
that out. But yeah, seriously, George's doing great work over there, and really, I mean, again, I met the guy in Vegas, last year, and now here he is. He saw what we were doing. He's like, I want to do that. He's doing it. That's all it takes, man. Just turn the camera on, get out there, give your opinions. George is doing exactly that. So
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
man.
See you, Krista. Bye,
Night,
everyone.
See you, bud. All right, Adam.
Yeah, I had a long day. I was out running around in DC today, so I'm pretty beat. But thanks for having me on. I love coming on the show anytime.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
down. I love coming and laughing. I laughed my ass off today. That was good.
Hell yeah,
Those
man.
Valentines are so good. Oh man. So
Take care of yourself,
I'm
bro.
I'm
and
practicing.
have a safe trip home.
I'm practicing my my go-karting, so I'll be heading back home in 2 weeks. So I'll be back into a flow of things, and I'm going to be joining you guys. So
hell
You
yeah,
practicing against robots or against other people on the internet?
I'm just learning the courses right now with 200cc. Just
I'll be honest with you. For anybody, if you're trying to get better at Mario Kart, run time trials with the Ghost and race your Ghost. I'm telling you, because the
Okay.
whole point of the game is to run the track good. You're going to get interrupted by shells and all that shit, but race time trials, create the Ghost, race your Ghost, and continue to beat your Ghost. I'm telling you, that's the best way to get good at it.
I bet.
Because you can't
Sounds good.
prepare for all the other bullshit that happens in that game. You just can't. It's just chaos. But
That's just the
all
fun
right,
of the game.
Oh,
All right, yeah.
100%. So have a good one, bud.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right, Ryan, you ready?
Yep, I am ready. And I see Sky in the chat, patiently waiting to hear my thoughts on Expose ESPN. I'll probably cover it tomorrow. Probably be a first video out tomorrow morning on Sports Wars if I had to guess. But yeah, good to see Sky here. Sky's awesome.
Yes. What's up, Sky?
5 picoseconds for Canadian $10. As we all know, the real reason they hate the truckers so much, many of them crossed provincial lines.
Yes. Oh my God. I forgot all. You remember how big of a meme that was with the Kyle Rittenhouse thing? Like how dangerous they were making crossing state lines. And it's like, where's your concern about crossing state lines now?
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found.
Nothing. Nowhere. Yep.
Brown Gaijin for 5. When is the Florida meetup? We're working on it, man.
So
uncle of
basically
mine,
what we decided, we were having discussions about doing something huge. Okay. And then we decided we're going to make it slightly another level beyond what Vegas was. So because we were trying to go all in and just make this massive thing happen. But what we quickly realized is we don't know what the fuck we're doing. And so we decided like what we did with Vegas worked really good, but we obviously have to be on a different, like a step or two up from what we did in Vegas. So that's what the discussion was. It's definitely going to be in October. It's probably going to be mid-October, so you can bank on that. So if you need to kind of zoning in on the time of year, it will be mid-October. The only reason we can't give you a specific date is because the location that we're we're looking at a couple of different locations. We don't know what their availability will ultimately be, but mid-October of this year in Orlando, Florida, that's when it's going to be. And hopefully we can get you an actual date very soon. But you can go ahead and book the fact that it's going to be middle of October, Orlando, Florida.
An uncle of mine used to work at Monty's, and I want to bring some of their candy for Ryan. Is Monty's hopefully it's not a Mexican candy place, but thank you, Brown Gaijin. Joe Music for $5. Justin Bieber is filling in for Ryan today. What does that mean?
It's because your hair was like down when you first.
Oh
started.
yeah, I literally just got out of the shower before the stream started. So like as my hair's drying, it fucking refuses to like stay up. So yeah, maybe.
I got iCanalist. Hail Tuesday night's main event panel. Jeremy, I realized I've been taking a lot of jabs at you lately, so I thought I'd say something to balance it out. Kid Goku over Kid Gohan. I don't know why that's a shot at me, or how does that balance out? What am I missing the joke there, Krista?
It's Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yeah, I know it's Dragon Ball Z, but so he said.
Yeah.
So he said, so Jeremy, I realized that I've been taking a lot of jabs at you lately, so I thought I'd say something to balance it out. Kid Goku over Kid Gohan. Is he basically saying now he'll get roasted for saying this? Is that what he's trying to say? I think that's what he's saying. If he's been taking jabs at me, because is that a unpopular opinion? In DBZ?
Really. No. I never
Dragon Ball
Z. I mean, I prefer Gohan, Kid Gohan. Gohan every day over anyone, but I mean, I don't care. Anyone's opinion is their opinion.
I saw this today.
Spoken like a true Canadian.
Hey.
I saw this at a gaming shop I was in today, and I sent the picture to Krista. I'm trying to pull it up. Of what was it? Frieza? Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Let me show you real quick.
I think it was when he was battling Goku.
Find it. God. Go ahead, Ryan. Can't find
All
it.
right. Bobby Bob for $10. Hunter is leading and mobilizing the crackheads. Hail the mostly peaceful honks. Thank you, Bobby Bob. Olympian Pictures for $5. Y'all should do a dramatic reading of your infamous Mike Geeks and Gamers article. And we put,
yeah. There's an article on the site by Jed. I believe Jed wrote it. So.
Nice. Revenge of the Netherrealm for $5. Don't know if you guys heard, but a girl named Melanie Mack, who I just subscribed to, was fired by GameStop just for being friends with the Quartering. Yeah, I saw Melanie started a new channel, and she actually kind of told that whole story for the first time about how basically anytime the Quarter, like she said anything slightly controversial, she ended up like getting called up by GameStop and asked to explain what's going on. And so yeah, go check that out for sure. Melanie's cool.
Yeah, Melanie's cool. She's been kind of making her way around she was with Drunk 3PO the other day on his channel. I know Krista knows of her or knows her. And so she seems cool. So, the hell was that, Ryan?
That was you. My phone just started like playing the stream.
I like it. Shout out to Melanie.
I bet I had a stream playing like before and I like paused it and then it fucking ended and just like randomly started one. If I had to guess, that's usually what that shit does to me.
That's probably what it was. But shout out to Melanie Mack. She's cool. And she had a video the other day on Twitter where she's like, people ask her to join and talk about the toxicity in gaming or something. And she says, but I'm toxic too. It's like nobody gives a fuck about toxicity in gaming. Okay. Nobody. It's just, you know what you do in toxicity in gaming is you mute the fucking, you don't go in first of all, don't go in game chat. What kind of psychopath does that at this point? Just create a private fucking line. Well, besides you, Mike, but you are a psychopath. Anyway, go ahead, Ryan. I know you pulled up a comment.
Yeah. And if I said GameSpot, I meant GameStop. I don't know what I said, but yeah, GameStop. Okay. The place that's probably not going to be business 5 years from now. Olympian Pictures. I said that one. Exile Martyr for $5. The Oscars 2022 nominations are out. Thoughts? Scott the Watts has a show on CW or on G4. It's basically the same thing now. But yeah, I didn't know about Scott, but they're trying to bring in a bunch of people for fake interaction. So, I mean, they're trying to do anything they can to stay relevant. The Oscars, I don't give a fuck.
No.
Scott the Waz is one of the best YouTubers on this platform, 100%. I mean, the dude is fucking phenomenal. The content that guy produces is next level. So if he's on G4, that sucks in terms of, but I'm not going to stop being his fan because I've been a fan of Scott the Waz for a long time. He probably hates my fucking guts. And again, I've talked about that before. I mentioned it on Gaming with Geeks the other day. I like channels like Spawn Wave and RGT85. These guys probably hate my fucking guts. I don't care. They make good content. So it is what it is. I have learned a long time ago that like when people reach out to me because they tell me they're a fan of mine, I'm actually shocked because I've just come to the conclusion that most YouTubers that I watch fucking hate my guts. That's what I've just come to that realization. I'm never disappointed to hear that a YouTuber I like hates me because that's just where I'm at with it. And I've just come to the expectation they all fucking hate me. So when they do tell me they like me, which a lot of them have told me they like me in private, it's like, what the fuck? Really? Figured you fucking hated my guts. But yeah, Scott the Waz is fucking phenomenal. The dude's great.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get as many impactful people on there to try to boost the people that care about it, So, The Buzz CJC for $2 says, "Damn, this show is unbreaded." Yes, touchdown on paper. Unbreaded.
So good.
Scratch Pad for $5. When two vegans argue, what do they have? Beyond Beef. Thank you. Mike Hill for $5. According to Moonfall, that's no moon. That's a space station. I haven't seen that. I've heard it's just really dumb fun, like dumb action movie kind of thing, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but I have not seen it, so I can't even speak on it. But thank you, Mike. Fantastic. You know what I have seen? I've seen the first 2 episodes of Jack Reacher on Amazon. I really like it. As someone who has read that specific book and a couple, I say a couple, I've probably read half of the Jack Reacher novels out there by Lee Child. And The Killing Floor, I believe, is the first one, which I have absolutely read a couple times. And that's what they adapted the first season out of. I really liked the first 2 episodes. I can't wait to watch more, actually. And I heard it got renewed for a second season. So one of the few, like, really good things that I've watched lately. it does a good job, I think, of taking the character of Jack Reacher and putting him on screen. Not the Tom Cruise one. I think those movies were okay, but they weren't really Jack Reacher feeling movies. Jack Reacher is like a mammoth of a man, and Tom Cruise is a mouse. So as cool as Tom Cruise is,
Tom Cruise is badass. This is pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. Hey, all, Scott here to talk to you about sexism. See, unlike the other side, like I will not just sit here and go, "Oh, fuck you," if you're going to be on there. Like I still like his content. So, but is he seriously doing something with G4? I'm curious about that.
I think he's doing a show.
Like okay, so kind of like the
segment.
completionist is doing it or whatever. Like he actually.
Well, I think completionist does more. I think that. I have no idea. Literally me guessing off the couple characters in a super chat. It sounds to me like he's probably doing like a segment a week for him or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. You're not. You're not fucking taller than Tom Cruise. That's a lie. Look, we can't slander Tom Cruise like that. He'll send Scientology after us. Let's see. Mike or Fantastic Mr. Knox.
That'd be pretty good. I want a Canadian Truckers video. Okay.
Only if we can run over prime ministers in blackface. No names associated.
The final boss. You kill him with his normal thing, and he comes back and
all the trucks like combine into this mega sword, Power Ranger style.
Fantastic Mr. Knox for Aussie 5. I live in the same state as Tom Taylor. Some of the comic book stores refuse to sell his books because they know it's crap. One of his books cost $9 Australian. Fuck no. Yeah, dude, Tom Taylor's really salty that after he called out a bunch of YouTubers and Bounding Into Comics and Cosmic Book News about the sales of his book, he specifically screenshotted one of my videos as well. It turns out that his book flopped. So he's very fucking upset about it. Shockingly,
that's pretty funny.
The DC audience, the comic book audience, does not want to see Superman get butt fucked. Who would have thought? Like, who could have predicted this?
Shocking.
It's like a weird thing with them. They just want to be like, man, I want Superman to get fucked in the ass so bad. I mean, I'm gonna go back and revive old comics, and he's gonna get railed in them.
They want to desecrate like the oldest superhero, like a symbol of the patriarchy, a straight white male who loves his country. That's what they want to destroy. Yoshken for 5. Meme idea: Canadian Prime Minister on Sonic running from Sonic Adventure 2. Also, it happens to be my birthday today, Jeremy. I got you in Mario Kart.
What did he say there towards the end?
He says, also, it happens to be my birthday today, comma. So happy birthday. Jeremy, I got you in Mario Kart.
You ain't got me.
He'll probably beat your bitch ass. Probably what it means.
You ain't got me.
Ghost in the Craig for 2. Hail to the true geeks and gamers. Freedom. Yes. I watched Braveheart the other day. It's fucking incredible.
Hell yeah, it is. Let me get this, CJ. Jeremy, Ryan, you guys were great on Tatum Show and Daily Wire. Great seeing you guys in political commentary. Any more collabs in the works for you guys? I mean, we've talked to the Daily Wire several times about some different stuff, but nothing specifically lined up right now. But I mean, there's been a lot of conversations. So, I mean, you know, we do have some collaborations coming up. Yeah, but we're not ready to make an official announcement on it yet. But there might be something, and I have hinted to it already. There might be a show in Texas that you might see us on in a few weeks.
Joe Rogan.
Nice.
Torgo the White for 5. And these people in the Mark Dice video can vote. Hoppy was right again. Democracy is the god that failed. Maximum unbreaded. Moist Brigade for life. I wish you could have read that while Rip was here. Moist Brigade. Thank you, Torgo.
I did want to make a point. Like my goal for one day is to get Geeks and Gamers big enough to where I can go do this to places like GameSpot and IGN. This is what Dave did to ESPN during the Tom Brady court hearing. This is fucking. Have you seen this, Ryan?
It's a great pause fade. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
This is fucking fantastic right here.
Should we go see if any public apologies? Any more public apologies for ESPN? Sal, expect any ESPN apology?
Sal.
Any ESPN apologies today?
He always fucks with Sal Palantonio.
Are these questions not legal?
They're not wanted.
not wanted. Neither is this whole trial. This whole trial is a sham. I don't want it. There are much better things to do in the summer.
Me too.
So can I ask questions? ESPN has
he's
started
not
this.
gonna-
They're as responsible as Roger Goodell is. Questions are fair.
Can you just please step to the side?
No.
No.
It's just a standoff. A Western standoff.
Yeah, not Western.
It's a simple question. Where's Mort? Where's Chris Mortensen? Hiding? Where's Chris Mortensen?
Why do you have to? Why can't you just step to the side?
This is the side. Because ESPN hides. Let them hide. Tom Brady has to go in front of a court right now. He should be at practice. He's not hiding. He's here. You can't make up rumors, not take back. They don't want to talk to anybody. That's the problem.
So why keep asking them questions?
Because they stand in front of a camera and make up lies. And I'm here to ask them about their lies. What they do is they lie and then people walk away. The PSIs, you know about this story, right? Why didn't they delete that tweet? Exactly. Silence. Sal Pal. I try to ask Sal Pal a question. Where's
now when Goodell? Have you seen the part where Goodell gets there?
I've seen the whole thing. There's fucking Troy Vincent, that bitch.
Please continue.
Thank you. Can't have liars running around this world. Expose them. You like me? Quick. Yeah, nice bow tie, of course.
You're beautiful, Tommy. You're beautiful.
Stupid Goodell. People aren't stupid. This is America. You can't lie. You're a liar. Hitler. Just stupid grin from Goodell. Is that going to be our boy TB12? It's Brady. Don't settle, Tom. You look beautiful. Baby. Don't settle. Everyone knows Goodell's a liar. Everyone knows it. Don't settle.
So fucking good. Can you imagine if we could do that to IGN or Kotaku or
oh my gosh,
one of these fucking places where we just go out and just troll them and like, why are you lying about this? Or G4. That's the goal.
I'll do it.
Because they'll never do live events because they're too scared they're gonna run into a real audience.
Yeah. There's actually a big story that Florio, actually Pro Football, put out, basically exposing a bunch of bullshit about Deflategate. That the NFL tried to cover it up.
Yeah,
I've been saying that from the beginning. I used to have like 4-hour-long arguments with people about Deflategate and what bullshit it was. Like, because, shockingly, the ideal gas law does actually come into effect with a football during cold games. The fact that Chris Mortensen completely misreported it. He reported that 11 of the 12 balls were severely underinflated. No, it was one ball, and that was the one ball that happened to get intercepted and disappear on the cold sidelines for about 5 minutes before they presented it to the officials. The entire thing was a fucking joke. But Mike, you got to get going, right?
Oh, yeah.
I got to get going. Thank you, guys. Listen, Tuesday main event, best show on YouTube. Probably best show, period, on Tuesday nights because Hollywood sucks. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great night.
I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, see you,
you gonna be on the stream tomorrow, Game of Geeks? It's
I'll be on the stream.
5 Eastern. 5 Eastern.
5 Eastern. Yeah,
so
I'll be there.
Probably 4:30 Eastern is when we'll start.
I'll probably be back. I'm also feeling a little bit better, so I'll probably be back on Twitch tomorrow as well beforehand. Probably warm everybody up, get them nice and warmed up for you guys so they can, watch the stream. So
Epic Mick.
Wow.
Even if you had dyslexia, like I don't understand how you accidentally typed that. Like
maybe it means epic microphone.
I mean maybe. Yeah. Listen, I appreciate you, 3PO. Shout out to drunk 3PO. He's having a hard time right now. He can't type.
Yeah.
Epic Mick. Oh, it's so good.
All right, see you, Mike.
Have a great night. See ya.
Bye.
Have a go, bud. Take it easy.
All right, let me get through some of these. Gerald Armstrong for 2. Howard Stern has become Don Imus. I don't know. Captain Hyrule for 10. This is for Ripa. How do you plan to ensure all new, all different Ripaverse never happens? I'll speak for him. He's not going to give up creative control ever. So that's going to be the difference for Ripa.
That's what he has said. He has said that plenty of times.
Bobby Bob for 10. When it comes to Rogan, people like The Rock have no room to speak. He endorsed Biden. Considering Biden's history on race, they have no ground to stand on. And of course, he called somebody a tranny like 10 years ago. He just deleted the tweet, didn't apologize, nothing like that. I've got a video of him using the N-word, actually. I've got a video of The Rock using the N-word when he's doing an imitation of Kevin Hart.
Yep.
Doesn't want anybody to know about that, right?
Nope. Those
Fuck
that
The Rock.
preach the loudest have the most to hide. That's what I always say.
And I fucking hate. I hate how often people on quote unquote our side will see like a person, a celebrity, like a someone do something, and all of a sudden think that they're a member of your team, right? It's not to say that if someone does something or calls something out, you can't acknowledge that and say, yeah, they have the right opinion here. But look at this person's history. They don't actually believe in this same type of thing. They won't be consistent. So you saw a lot of people when The Rock supported Rogan, they're like, yeah, The Rock, look at him standing up for free speech. Go The Rock. Yeah, Dwayne. It's like, you fuckers have not been paying attention to what this man has been doing for 40 fucking years.
Yeah, that's why I didn't react. I mean, I made a video roasting The Rock on D-Day Cobra. And yeah, I mean, he's not that guy, as Tim Pool would say. Or
I mean,
you are
he's,
that guy, is what he said.
He's gonna be running for president, right?
I think he will.
Probably.
I think he will.
All right, I dig it.
Dwayne's son.
Okay.
Dwayne's son for 5. Lame stream abs. The left want a boogeyman. Or lame stream ABS. The left want the boogeyman. First Trump, then Tucker, now Joe. Follow the narrative or else shaking my head. Thank you, Dwayne's son. Nick Martinez for 10. Context and subtext are things I don't ever want to see erased.
Lights. Why you look like you're confused?
Why aren't they moving?
Sorry.
Okay, never mind. He's gone. He's gone. All right, no mind. We ain't got time for that shit. We ain't got time for that.
It's moving now.
Yay.
Is that what you tell the ladies?
It's moving.
Oh my God.
Look, just give me 5 minutes, okay?
It's moving now. I embarrassed him on that one.
I've never used that line. So.
All right, go ahead.
Nick Martinez for $10. Context and subtext are things I don't ever want to see erased. This artificial outrage coming from the lunatics needs to end. Abso-fucking-lutely, Nick. Thank you. Eli the Snake for 5. Hail G&G. Do you see the new Shenmue anime? Also, thoughts on game franchises?
Why the fuck are they doing a Shenmue anime? I mean, the
Is that
game
the fucking whale?
No, idiot.
Shenmue from
SeaWorld? It's a martial arts based game, which it was like super inventive. It was like what Red Dead Redemption became to be, but that for like its generation. Really good, like very deep storytelling and everything. I mean, I didn't know that we're gonna make an anime of Shenmue. I mean, I'll check it out and see what it is, but I mean, I don't think they're gonna be able to really adapt such a world into a season or two, unless they do like freaking 5, but they don't usually green light that many seasons right off the bat.
There you go.
By
This
the way,
is for go ahead.
Neil. Yes, I know there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. I'm literally setting the event up on Gaming with Geeks right now, the live event for tomorrow. So you guys can go on over there if you want. I'll have a link in the chat in about 5 or 10 minutes.
I know we pulled this up earlier, but Vicidius for 20. Y'all see who Project Veritas going after next. ESPN and Disney. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. Yes, it is. Thank you, Vicidius. Darth Brawley for 5. The elite is just using this Joe Rogan mess to keep the division going in the world. More importantly, in America.
You about to burp?
I'm hiccuping.
You have the hiccups?
I do, apparently, for some reason. But thank you, Darth Brawley. Mr. Bandito for $10. We can't police speech. Keep up the good fight, fellas. As an aside, how does Rippa feel about black hobbits in the new Lord of the Rings series? Feel represented? Let's see. What would young Rippa say about this? She'd say, that's some fucking crackhead shit.
Crackhead.
Yeah, I do not think Ripple wants that. I think he wants J.R.R. Tolkien's legacy to remain unblemished and as he intended. So, and it doesn't even make any sense with Lord of the Rings lore, like what they're doing, but whatever. Marksman 117B for 5. Hail Jeremy, let's test your linguistics and see if you're still capable of pronunciation. How fast can you say the phrase Alpha Kenny 1?
Alpha Kenny. I'm trying to think of what this means, first of all.
I don't know.
Alpha. I mean, I can say it fast, but I'm not going because I'm trying to think of. You're muted. Oh, hang on.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
You can say it. You can say it. You can say it.
Why don't you say it?
The super chat's for you, you numbnuts.
Did you call him numbnuts?
I did. Is he muted so we don't hear him?
No. I'm not. I'm making the fucking Nintendo Direct event for tomorrow. So,
have Jay say it.
When does that start, by the way?
Alpha Kenny 1, Alpha Kenny 1, Alpha Kenny 1, Alpha Kenny 1, Alpha Kenny 1.
Alpha Kenny 1.
Gotta send me 50 if you want me to
I'll
start saying
fuck anyone. That's literally all it is.
Well, that's kind of any guy would say that anyway, because that's just how we are. If we have it, pretty much we will. So
thank you, Marksman. Jess, SBD girl for 5. After the Paula Deen thing a few years ago, they knew that cancel culture can work. It continues to work, especially as people continue to fucking kneel. Johnny 5 for 2,444 yen. Hail panel, first time ever from the future. EST plus 14. Appreciate all your voices. Never stop. You've all motivated me to hustle. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. WC. Thank you. Is that Winston Churchill? Better than this? WC? I don't know. That's my guess. Thank you, Johnny. Mazit Wazad for 5. Didn't Patriot Takes, a super PAC, put together the Joe Rogan video compilation through one of their subsidiaries, some sort of clout political move? Well, Patriot Takes is associated with Midas Touch, which is a super PAC.
Midas Touch?
Yeah. That video was put together by someone else. So it was not Patriot Takes that specifically did it, but they are the ones that put it out and promoted it.
Mm-hmm.
Vicidius for another 10. Listen to one of Michael Mouse episodes that got yanked. It's pretty ironic the episode gets pulled for using the N-word when they were discussing Papa John getting fired for using the word. Yeah.
Yep. It's bullshit.
That's literally what was happening. And the way Papa John said it was in the same way that Joe Rogan's getting canceled for saying it. Like explaining something that someone said. And he was like trying to tell everyone, things are different now. We have to be conscious of, people's feelings, and whether it's, racial, like gender stuff, we have to be like mindful. And he said, it's not like back in the day. Back in the day, you literally had Colonel Sanders saying the N-word. That's what he said. And he got canceled for that and kicked out of his own operation. Crazy. I will do anything to defend Papa John, primarily because of pizza. He could have literally said it a million times to every person walking the street, and I would defend him to the end of the earth.
I think I had a bad restaurant near me.
Papa John's good.
Papa
John's is great.
The little buttery,
it's not my favorite.
Garlic butter.
The garlic. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I drizzle all over my fucking shit. Oh my god. Sometimes I'll buy extras just so I can have them on frozen pizzas when I make them at home.
You see the Little Caesars Batman pizza?
It looks fucking amazing. I saw it a month ago. I didn't think it was real. But yeah, it's half pizza and then calzones on the end. They fold it up and it looks like a I don't know if it's supposed to look like a bat plane or something or what, but I don't know. It looks. I'll eat the fuck out of it though.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Rebel KFG for 5. Ooh. We are at war. Racism has infiltrated our speech. It has been done. The racists and the left are controlling our speech. How do we change that? You have to refuse to play by their rules. That's what you got to do.
And do what we're doing. Creating alternatives, as Ripa said all night tonight. Creating alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And not having the worship. Again, I know a lot of people don't like the fact that I just think Mark Hamill's a piece of shit. And well, guess what? He is a piece of shit. Mark Hamill is a piece of shit. I don't recognize him as Luke Skywalker anymore. He can get fucked. I don't give a damn about him. Fuck Mark Hamill.
Yeah. Mary Nicholson, you are dead to me. Little Caesars is disgusting. I will say, Little Caesars, you have to eat it the first day. It's not like all of the pizza where you can save it, because it basically is the reheat version. That's what Little Caesars is. It's like when you take Papa John's or whatever you get at home, and then the next day you maybe put it in the oven for a little bit to heat it back up, have it again. That's what Little Caesars already is. You don't get another one of those. So
Italian breadsticks from Little Caesars is amazing. They're so good.
Right. You know nothing of good pizza if you listen. I'm not saying that Papa John's is
Papa John's
fucking
fan,
like the best New York style pizza you could possibly imagine. That it's like, oh, it's just like going to, you know, whether you're talking Geno's or whether you're talking, you know, a crazy place in Chicago. That's all we're saying. I am. But if pizza is pizza, okay? Like pizza is pizza, bottom line. Even if it's bad, even if it's fucking gas station pizza, it's still fucking pizza. I mean, let's be real.
What about Italian pizza from Italy?
Fuck that shit. That ain't real.
You just said pizza's pizza.
That's not real. Did you hear me? Did I stutter? I've never had Italian pizza, so I don't know.
It's pretty good. You get your own little pizza, like your own little, like.
That's what every
it's
pizza
like
is
big
to me,
loaf.
Krista.
Oh, okay. You don't do the family pack thing, all right?
No,
like a loaf.
You do for
Italian
yourself.
pizza is like a giant loaf with like sauce on it. Loaf.
Loaf. I like it.
That's what Krista calls my dog Leia. She calls it
She looks like a loaf of bread, like a loaf.
Yeah.
Remember
With
that
little
edit I made?
legs.
Can I show them that edit I made of her?
Yes, you
I
can.
posted on
if you
Twitter.
want.
That's fine.
By the way, so link is up. So right there, the event is up on Gaming with Geeks for tomorrow. I'll share it in the chat right now. So you guys make sure you go and check it out. Subscribe to Gaming with Geeks, our gaming channel.
Y'all people are pissing me off with your pizza taste. Deep dish pizza is not pizza, it's soup. I agree. Deep dish pizza should be in a different category, but it's not soup. What the fuck? If you want to consider it like almost like a casserole, like that makes sense. It's not soup. God, Resef, I expect more from you.
The heck?
Well, look, I don't. I just care about the 2,200 people going to watch us tomorrow on the Nintendo Direct. So I love all of your pizza takes. So and Ryan won't be there, so you don't have to worry about him.
Yeah,
He's
that's for damn sure.
He's not allowed on positive videos.
You know, what about
right.
this? Okay, if you think that pizza is pizza, I'm gonna give you the recipe of a pizza that I used to eat at home. Oh my fucking god!
There's Jeremy's dog. She's a loaf of bread. So she's a loafer.
A loafer.
Jeremy's dog like spins in circles, like
Yeah, it gets really excited.
Yeah,
a lot of little dogs do that.
So instead of marinara sauce, beans.
Alfredo.
No,
bean. Fuck you.
Yeah, refried beans.
No.
And then you put chorizo and jalapeno in it.
No.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
I did like the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell when they had it. I don't think they have it on the menu anymore, unfortunately.
Taco Bell had a pizza?
Yeah, they had Mexican pizza.
I bet it was trash.
It was basically just all the ingredients they use in every other thing, just like laid all flat. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Park Hoffman is 20 subs away from 12K. Help.
Go sub, go sub, go sub.
Let me call my cousins.
All right. Dark Galaxies Gaming for $5. G&G's a prime example of creating our own icons in a space rather than trying to grasp onto established figureheads. Thank you very much, Dark Galaxies Gaming. Hell yeah. Brendan Bellman for 2. Has anyone seen Peacemaker? It's awesome. I saw the first episode. I just haven't watched it since then. I've been hearing mixed stuff for it, but a lot of people do really like it. A lot of people kind of just don't want anything to do with it. So,
yeah, I have not watched it. You know, I did, like I said, I know I've talked about this a few times. I'll repeat it for anybody that hasn't heard, but I've started watching Yellowstone, and I fucking went all the way through that show. It was so fucking good. Now, season 4 fell off a little bit for me, but then I watched 1883 as well. So I would highly recommend both of those shows. Very good show. Very good kind of universe that Taylor Sheridan, I think is his name, is creating. So it's a really good series. Sons of Anarchy on horses. That's what it is.
I just finished Peaky Blinders. Wow, what a series!
Is that good?
Holy! Once you get to like season 2.5, like to 3, oh my god, it's like Sons of Anarchy, like old time. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah,
Man,
oh my,
all you gotta do. Okay, to get me involved in a show, interesting. All you gotta say is it's Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, it's about a
And then
gang that's like
Okay,
running liquor
I'm
to
in,
America,
I'm in.
and it's like holy crap, like the killing and all that. I mean, it's crazy. What do you guys think,
Okay.
chat? Peaky Blinders, good. Yeah.
Okay.
Never seen it.
Yeah. Ghost of GG, who's been fighting with himself, I think. Peaky Blinders is fine if you're a dork.
if you're a UK dork, so if you're a British
you're a UK
dork,
dork.
yeah.
I've seen the first few episodes of it. It seems like a slow build, but I've heard a lot of good things.
Once it gets
about
to season 3, it's like it doesn't stop. It's crazy.
I need to watch Ozark too. Ozark is out. I fucking need to watch season 4 of that, but I want to finish Reacher first.
As bad as like there is a lot of bad shit, okay, in Hollywood. There's a lot of bad shit. We're gonna continue to call that shit out. But there's some decent stuff out there. You gotta look for it. But it ain't superhero stuff. It ain't Star Wars, but there is some good stuff out there.
I rewatched Daredevil. That's good.
Yeah. The problem is what I keep going back to. Like there's no way Sons of Anarchy could be made today. And it's only a few years removed.
Yeah.
There's so much racist shit said in that show.
Yeah.
Glorious.
I mean, even Red Dead Redemption that I just finished, like, I don't think they would ever release that video game now because it's very
well. There was a lot of so they tried to get that one canceled.
Oh, really?
Well, it was what's his name, Ryan? I know he watches the channel. He subscribed to us.
Damn it! I always forget his name. Shirako.
Yeah. So Shirako did I'll show it right now. Shirako did an awesome fucking video. Now it was a mod. You know what I mean? I'll look for it in a minute and I'll come back to that. So go ahead.
All right. Want to see your channel disappear in an instant? You guys should live stream Blazing Saddles. That probably would do that. PK 13910 for $5. Thank you. Exile Martyr for 5. Speaking of Denzel, he starred in a 2021 movie called The Tragedy of Macbeth as Lord Macbeth.
Nominated for Best Picture, I think.
Interesting. Johnny 5 for another 2,440 Japanese yen. Please save the Triceratops. Rip Ryan, you see Jurassic League book? I dig DWJ's art and writing. I support passion. Ripaverse. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. DC won't get my money, but goddamn, do I love me some dinosaurs. Awesome. That's really cool, Johnny. Thank you. JH for 5. So what are the odds of popping some of those shirts off on stream tonight? Less than 0, probably. Horror. Oh, we read that one. Thank you again, Horror Amarada.
We read that.
AWM Fishing and Gaming for 5. Project Veritas has dropped a video on ESPN, another Disney-owned company. We are well aware. I'll cover that on Sports Wars soon. BFSD for 20. The Rock is lame. What a coward. After he got himself featured on a Tech 9 song, that surprised me big time. I didn't know The Rock could rap or that he was associated at all with Tech 9, and I'm a big fan of Tech. There you go. Thank you very much for the $20, BFSD. Hokies for 10. Loudoun County School Board served with a lawsuit during public meeting. Wow. I'm sure that's quite a sight to see.
Here's one of Shirako's videos, Red Dead videos. Feeding or annoying feminist fed to alligator. And his channel got banned over this. His channel got banned over.
He got really mad.
Come on, people. Let's
He's got the grizzly bear outfit.
the national disgrace.
You think you're better than me?
No,
Oh, nice.
it's terribly important.
What is? Voting?
Yes, terribly. Once women get the vote, the whole country will stop making such a pig's ear of everything. There'll be no more wars, no hunger, no stupidity. We'll elect a woman president within the first 10 years, of course. You see, men are such judgmental prigs. You need us women to help straighten you out. Okay? With us helping. I'm not saying there won't be trouble. I just think we'll do a better job of things.
I hope you're right. Good luck.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. I don't think.
I'll stand here until I, if I have to.
Oh,
I
he's
don't
going to.
care. I want to vote. I am a citizen. I have a
Come here, horse.
I will stand here and
That's a nice horse. Oh, of course he would use that mask.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you hitting Granny?
Oh my
What is he doing? Lasso?
Yeah, trying to. He missed.
That lady's booking, man. Check her out. He's got to get on a horse to catch her.
when will this end?
Look how fast she's moving. Oh.
Got her ass. Let's go.
What is
I love this fucking game, dude.
Oh no.
He's almost drowning on the back of that horse.
You can do that?
Yep. You definitely.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
That's terrible.
It's funny as fuck.
Why would you do that to an old lady?
Because she wants to vote.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's so dumb.
Look at how downhill the country's gone since then.
Is
You ever
that
played
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, it's Red Dead Redemption 2. That was on.
I never did that in that game. I hunted like cougars and bears.
Everybody is hoping for the sequel. Everyone that wants a sequel trilogy to be retconned, we need to go back to a different place in time. Let's retcon the 19th Amendment. All right, how about that? It was a better time before that. Let's have a do-over.
What is the 19th?
Right for women to vote.
All right.
I think that's the 19th.
Input latency says, "Hail from Odin Stream. Jeremy sucks. How many people can trace lineage to Genghis Khan? Let alone how many other grapists have children? Are the kids guilty of those evils? Oh, wait, that's because man bad, but also women grapist. Hail and God bless, peeps." Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is that it's all just nonsense. It's all just nonsense. And there's no consistency in their arguments. We all know that. Let's see.
They ripping me in the chat. It reminds me of my TikTok days.
You deserve to get roasted for that TikTok video. You deserved it.
Which one?
Oh, he had a TikTok video blow up, and he's getting absolutely annihilated for it. Deservedly so. Pull it up, Jay. Pull it up.
I parked wrong. I don't know how to do it on the computer. I parked wrong.
Krista.
Okay, I'll get it.
So we got Titty Smacker 25 for $3. Says these far left lunatics make
Gonna ruin my
shitty
video.
and movies. Jeremy, what's your opinion of the show Dark? Dark is a fantastic show. That is an incredible show. So if anybody hasn't seen that one, that's on Netflix. It's I think it's
German
language.
Go. Did y'all
Dude,
see that?
That is what is it?
Ivan has to leave. He's been like,
oh
yeah.
I don't give a fuck. No. Watch this. You got time to watch this TikTok from Jay real quick, Ivan?
No, absolutely.
It's terrible.
All right.
I mean, I've seen some of his TikToks. Let me tell you.
How many views does it have now, Jay?
it's like 17 to 20,000, something
It
like
was a
that.
day ago. Yeah, and the comments are. I can't open it because I'm not.
Getting destroyed.
You can't open the comments?
Because I'm not logged in through my.
She's not logged in.
Oh.
Yeah, I could log in though, but let's watch the video first.
And I can't get in.
Look how close he's parked to the white line.
Yeah. Yours the problem.
Yes,
No,
you're the problem. Yes.
I parked away from everyone, and this guy pulled next to me. That's what I was trying to say.
But if you parked away from everyone, that means no one was there. How did you park so close to the white line?
Because there was no one around.
Yeah, but it's a parking garage. It's gonna fill up eventually.
No, it never did. There was no one 2 spaces to the right of me. There was no spaces like down. I couldn't even fit in. I couldn't even get in the car.
Look at that.
Log in. Krista,
You
stop
deserve
sharing
the
your screen
ratio on that one.
Yeah, and log in and come back because he's getting killed.
Okay, hang on.
He's getting
They're in the comment section calling me like, "What are you, a 400-pound whale? Can't get in the car?" Like stuff like that. That video blew up.
That's a
really. The problem was I didn't explain that I purposely parked far away, like far away.
I don't know if it would have mattered.
That doesn't
Everyone
matter.
around, there was no spots, nowhere near me, and someone just decides to pull way up next to me when I parked away. I was like, "What?" But it's my fault.
It would have been better for you if you hadn't parked away from everyone, because then you could say, "Well, the guy next to me was parked way to the side, so I had to park way to the side." But then look at this guy. That's what you could have said.
I wasn't thinking. I was just like, like when you take a pee at the urinal and a dude just decides to come right next to you when there's like 10.
Okay, that's fine. But are you standing halfway to where you should be on the urinal or not? Because at that point, like you
That's
parked
like if you're standing over here and you're like, "I can't believe you got so close to me."
Hold on a second. You're okay when you're peeing way to the right that someone walks all the way in.
I'm not.
But
But that's like peeing. That's like peeing. If you're standing halfway onto the urinal and halfway off of it, and then you're upset because the guy next to you was still close to you. It doesn't matter. You can't be that close to the white line and complain because someone else parked you in. That guy parked correctly. You parked incorrectly.
He was further away from the line than you were.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand. You're talking like women now. What I'm saying was, he could have parked.
You parked like a woman. That's the fucking problem.
Instead, out of the entire parking lot, he parks next to me. There were spaces way closer. There were spaces way back. He decided to park right next to me. That's what I'm trying to say.
I love how commented saying, "Why would you park on the right
Oh
line?"
my god,
that's you.
Yeah.
That ratio, though. So you put the driver's side in your car.
100.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
You're on the line. Sorry, the white car is the issue. I think you're closer to the white line, bud. That's on you, dude. Don't park on the white line. Dude, you parked almost on the white line. Were you drunk? It's your fault. You're the one too close. Look at
not
your
one
wheel,
positive
bro.
comment.
Try getting it in the middle next time. I'm not sure what you're looking for. Laughing face with 5 likes. This dope thought we'd be on his side.
Look at that person. Look at this person. User 685341. That Bob. He's roasting you.
I'm gonna make a video. They
Like
get
all that.
worse.
Dude, you're close to the line. Way to park on the line. You're right for parking correctly. Actually, you're closer to the line than he is. Yeah, bro, this one is on you.
Not only are
line.
you close to the line, but you're parked crooked.
Try learning to park.
Try skateboard. Another user. It's so funny.
I know.
It's crazy. Like the comments keep on going and going.
He's crying.
I hope this is fantastic.
That's good.
Wow, good content.
That's good.
Park straight.
I'm just saying.
There was
my god.
There was a comment that was like, "Wow, this dude thought we were going to be on his side the entire time."
That was closer to the top, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. But
Yeah.
go follow
Same
Jay
thing.
on TikTok.
It's got more likes than comments. So
Geeks
that's a good
Gamers has a
thing.
TikTok.
I am Jay, did you share that video with anybody and be like, "Help, I'm getting ratioed"?
Only Krista. I was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, Krista, I made a TikTok. It's almost at 20,000 views. Like, look at the comments. They're
He was all
tearing me
excited.
up.
He was all excited when it started picking
I
up first. He's like,
posted-
"Oh
listen, I
shit,
posted
here I
that.
go."
I posted that because I have 200 people following me on TikTok. No big deal. I posted that, and then
Even your own rebellion supporters are standing up against this nonsense. Like you have no one. You have no one.
The point is, I parked like on an island, man. I walked extra. I was on an island, and then you come back to your car, and you're still on the island. And out of all the spots, this person parked right next to me. That's what.
How long were you at the park that day? How long were you at the park?
Just 4 hours.
That's not too bad.
You know what's crazy is that I'm looking at it right now. He had no tags on the video, and yet it picked up that much traction, which just goes to show you how great the algorithm is.
Here's the thing. Okay, I understand the point Jay is trying to make. The problem is Jay doesn't have a point because he parked incorrectly.
He's wrong.
So that's the problem. I understand your point 100%, but you don't have a point when you park incorrectly. So you deserve
I was
the
still
roast.
in the white line. How is that incorrect?
That's not inside
No,
the white
that
line.
is
You're
the
on
correct
it.
answer, Jeremy.
No.
You
No, it's
parked
not.
in the white
No,
line.
it's not.
As long as you're in
Ivan's
the
gotta
white
go.
line, you are correct.
This is not okay. It's just not.
Then he parked correctly. Then he parked correctly. No, you said when people park too close. So that is inherently saying that this person did something incorrect.
All
All
right,
right, hang on. Let Ivan leave. Let Ivan leave.
Get out of
Go.
here, Ivan.
Bye, Ivan.
Thanks.
Let white people talk
Ivan,
about parking.
Let them know where they can find you, Ivan. What you got going on, man?
You can find me here on Tuesdays. I have really nothing going on. I love my purpose in life.
I'm getting killed in the chat.
I think I'm contemplating, just saying goodbye. Go to Tahiti or something, and just live with a monkey butler or something. But other than that, guys, thank you so much. I love you, every single one of you, except for you, Jeremy.
See ya, Ivan.
I'm over walls for you. Don't forget.
But yeah, thanks for that, Krista. That was beautiful. And
Take it easy, bud.
Jay
Call
parking
me.
like Matt Murdock.
Call me, Jeremy.
Call me.
What,
And
Ivan?
Call me. You said that you've been telling me that you were gonna call me since like last Friday.
Okay.
Why
I
did you
might.
fucking message him?
I do.
He doesn't call you back. Why don't you call him?
He tells me he calls me back.
He has tried. He has tried.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
not Tim. All right,
Yeah.
bye, Ivan.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, Ivan. See you later, buddy. All right. So Matt Murdock, huh?
All right, so
Matt Murdock would spark straight.
Yeah,
the
that's true.
majority, like, I wasn't even like crying too much. It was like the fact that I couldn't get in, like opening the door. Like that was like it. The whole video got misunderstood. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
If
And
you
now
park
it's like-
correctly, if you park correctly, you have a point. You parked incorrectly, you have no point.
What's correctly?
Not right on the white line. You admitted that no one's around you, so there's no reason that you should be on the white line.
So it's
Yeah,
a
that's
3-inch
the thing.
buffer.
No, well, the thing is, Jay, like I feel like if you had said it was really crowded, you would have like a better case because there was no one around you. You've claimed this already. So there's no reason for you not to park directly in the middle, but you parked all the way at the fucking edge, the very edge of the allowed territory for your
I was in
car.
a hurry, man. I had to catch a parade.
Maybe they were too. I had to
They
catch
could've,
a
like,
fucking
been it.
parade.
They could have been it. They yeah.
Gave up.
I'd be in a hurry to leave. King Ty for 5. Grogu has officially ticked me off. Grogu plus lightsaber equals kid plus armed weapon. YouTube is limiting the words. Thank you, King Ty. Radio for $5. What's up, Rady? Everything they say in this trailer is projection. Okay, BRB. I need to throw up. Yeah, that was ridiculous. D-Day Darrow for 2. Jeremy play the MLK speech from the Boondocks. LOL. We'll probably get claimed. The City is for 5. Just a quick reminder, they pulled down Frederick Douglass's statue in 2020, probably because they didn't know who he was.
Somebody said Jay doesn't return his shopping cart. I do return my shopping cart.
He just puts it in backwards and like fucking on the side or some shit.
Yeah. That's a great comment.
That's good. That's good.
Let's
see.
In terms of that one, I forget whose statue they were pulling down, but they were pulling down somebody's statue and it just craniumed this dude and like smashed his skull.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
hope that dude, honestly, I hope that dude died from it. Fuck him. Radio for
anybody,
2, listen to Ripa's self-ownership.
Go ahead.
Listen to Ripa's self-ownership. Absolutely, radio. Thank you.
Ripa's great. Ripa's great. Just another reminder for anybody that's just tuned in. We are on Rumble. Verified on Rumble, so go and subscribe to us on Rumble. We appreciate that. And like I said, me and Ryan are gonna be talking to them a little more, trying to give them, our positives and negatives about the platform, But I think that they're working with us and talking to us about it. And so Ryan's over there, I'm over there. You see my D-Day Cobra channel right there. So yeah, check us out over there on Rumble and on Odyssey. Alt tech is important.
That's right.
Odyssey.
I had no time to readjust, but he should have done it. That's another. Even a kamikaze is getting after Jay for their driving.
Yeah.
So
I think NFTs have a higher approval rating than Jay's parking at this point.
Yeah.
Man, I swear. Well,
how many followers did you gain from that video?
2
out of 17,000 views.
It's because people were mad at me, so I got to make a follow-up.
That's rough.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Brian. Gerald Armstrong for 2. Attention, woke people. It's not Whitey's fault. Agreed. Thank you, Gerald. JH for 5. I'm 75% English, according to Ancestry.com DNA. I'm owed reparations for the American Revolution. You'll be waiting on that for a while. But yeah.
The chat is destroying me. I should make more videos of stupid parking.
I told you to make a video on your YouTube channel about
I told him the same thing.
I am. I just time, man. It's time. I got to get to it. You're right.
So you can get ratioed there as well.
It's like it makes some money on
that one'll hurt more because there's dislikes.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see the dislikes. Molson Moose for Canadian 5. People need to watch that Never Happened in Canada. First internment camp and see how lucky white people were on Amazon Prime.
Somebody said X-Ray Girl would have parked better.
Oh my
God. Deadly.
That's hilarious.
Deadly Penguin for $5. I love all you guys, but Ryan's still a jackass for hating Mexican candy. Someone give Ivan a mazapam. Just saying. If people like Mexican candy, there's something fucked up with you.
Wow.
AMW Fishing and Gaming for 10. My hypothesis: white liberal women support Black Lives Matter because they want some BBC. Maybe that's the case. Thank you, AWM. Commander Ed Straker for 5. All my family immigrated after the Civil War around 1900 from Germany and Poland. We're guilty for slavery in America. Pure mental illness. Yes. Fantastic Mr. Knox for 5. The myth, the legend. Josiah is back. Can't wait. Yes, Josiah is rising again.
Yeah, that's
Bobby
a good
Bob.
video he put together too.
That's pretty good. Bobby Bob for 5. Since you failed, who do you plan on killing now, Mike? I wish we would have gotten to that one while I was here. Shellbag TJC for 5. Today's my birthday. Y'all are awesome, except Jeremy. Hashtag cancel Jeremy. Oh, and one more thing. George Turtle Heart thumbs up. Oh, and honk honk, and then a bunch of fucking trucks. Happy birthday, Shellback. That's awesome. Dude.
Hell yeah. Here, let me play this one more time for anybody that missed it. Josiah, this is on his channel. First video in 6 months.
Please get as many eyes on this video as humanly possible.
Josiah
Rises help get the message.
Christians on this platform is digital prosecution. Persecution.
According to the video, demonetization is complete, affecting the entire channel. It came out of the blue with no previous strikes.
He has never called on any violence. He's never supported any violence whatsoever. He simply has very strong opinions and he goes against the mainstream narrative.
You're a billion-dollar corporation that needs to go after a kid with 170,000 subscribers. I mean, I want to laugh at you.
He's very much going after Hollywood and a lot of the narratives out there. He's a Christian. He's a family man. And he loves his family and he loves his country. That's what he's guilty of.
Rise.
That is awesome, dude.
That's
awesome.
great. I'm so happy for him.
Hell yeah. So go subscribe to Josiah Rises if you have not. Happy for my boy.
Dude hasn't had internet and
fuck him. He's got a goddamn phone. Make videos, Josiah. Let's go. Fucking like, I don't have fucking drive 10 minutes and make a video. If I had 200,000 fucking subscribers, God, I'd go through a lot of gas driving and get service. But no, it's good to see Josiah's back.
It is. It is.
Zeus play for 10. Welfare did not stop human ambition, and it's made the kid turn to drug dealing and gangbanging to get ahead, end up in jail or dead. Guys, please read Bill Cooper's Behold the Pale Horse. Thank you, Zeus play. Behold the Pale Horse. Fantastic Mr. Knox for Aussie 5. Heard that a judge in Ottawa told the cops to return the fuel they illegally took from people back to the people. Freedom. I heard something about that. Yeah, but I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure.
Look into that. Let me get a couple odysseys real quick. From that guy, good to see you all on here at the same time. Eric and Adam are the best. Thank you. This is all from Odyssey. Abomination says, just saw Josiah's latest video. Pretty hyped. Hell yes. Dead Fool. First off, I'm glad Josiah's coming back, guys. I've missed him badly. And Epic Mike, you failed to bury him alive. And as far as shitty entertainment goes, I think we all should do what the Daily Wire and Eric July are doing. Create alternatives. Let's go, Brandon. And lefties are asshole. JM, the elite fan. Ripa's point on minorities getting conflated together. Lauren Chen wrote a great article about how Asians, especially female Asians, are viewed as essentially white due to their financial and business success. It's nothing more than a zero-sum game of oppressor and oppressed. Yeah, 100%. And Lauren Chen is great. I think she's in Tennessee now, right?
Yep, she's moving to Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great, and I'm sure we'll have her back on the show
for sure
in the near future.
Yeah. Totino the Pizza Boy for 5 made a point about people taking the time to compile these Rogan clips. The left didn't address it once. Made sure to call me a racist a bunch though. That happens, Totino. God, I like fucking Totino's pizza.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. Flubber for $2. Ryan, go on Timcast and talk about it then. Okay.
Temple would never have Ryan.
Flubber.
It'll never.
I'll go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't think it's you invite yourself kind of thing. So,
yeah.
But no, I would love to go on there, and that's specifically what I would ask him is talk about why he's roasting Odyssey for like why he's roasting Odyssey over a joke like that. And I think it has a lot to do with his relationship with Rumble, which I think is a little bit hypocritical because of the way that he held Getter's feet to the fire and then kind of helped promote Andrew Tolbert and Gab. That's what I would ask him. Exiled Martyr. Maybe I can take the place of Jack Murphy. I heard they're looking for a new regular. Exiled Martyr for $5. Has any of you seen the commercial that goes, today, February 8th, is Safer Internet Day? No.
No.
Have you seen? No, I haven't seen that. And then Exile Martyr for 2. My mistake. Have any of you seen? No, I don't think so. Exile Martyr. Sorry. Dermy Wormy for 5. Jeremy sent me a link in Twitter DMs to the account of the Chinese Riddler. Rumor has a potential DLC for PLA or Gen 9 announcement is coming. Pokemon Legends. Hell yeah. We'll see. I mean, they're just getting going with it. So we'll see. Boraquatimus for 5. Man, you guys got Zorro on the stream. Nice. AAA Poppy. Is that to Ivan?
For Ivan?
Ivan, yeah.
Call him Zorro.
SoFi is life for 2, just like they can't handle Modern Warfare lobbies.
Damn right.
You know it.
Couldn't even handle a Sunday Mario Kart stream or a Splatoon stream, which is happening tomorrow night. Splatoon 2. And look, everybody's getting this game now. It's great. I'm loving it. Fucking Lyndon's been grinding on it.
Yeah. JD member for 4 months. Thank you, JD. DJ Yarrow for 5. Krista should have used Femme Adam Krigler for the card. Female Adam, yeah. Ty Sloan for 5. Is Fennec Shand a good Star Wars character in Boba Fett? All depends on your perspective, I guess.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker.
He looks miserable.
Focused. He's focused.
You playing right now?
This is last night.
From the fucking just on the rooftop. Did you see that? Did you fucking see that? Both of them.
He's so happy.
You could tell he was like trying to be quiet because it was late or some shit, like what?
It's so satisfying though.
From the fucking door.
Especially if you have an OCD.
Did you see that? Did you fucking see that?
I like getting the cracks, man, because the cracks is what wins.
Jay covers the cracks very well.
Yeah. You have
Let's see. Anak Maman for 5. If Justin Trudeau had a Pokemon, he would pick Lotad. Google Lotad, then the shiny version. You understand my joke. It's horrible. Oh, it's blackface, right? Isn't the shiny Lotad black-faced? I think so. Probably true. 0 hour discussion with JM Cruz says, Hail TMNE. Listening while working out here in Manila. Please check out Johnny Massacre on YouTube. He's probably the British D-Day Cobra living in Japan. Johnny Massacre. Got it.
Up. I think somebody's told me that before.
Fantastic Mr. Knox for Aussie 5. I heard LeBron won a Razzie for his Space Jam 3 movie. I think he's been nominated for a Razzie. I don't believe he's won yet, but we're going to keep a close eye on that. Andy Masterson
Space
for 2.
Jam?
Hunter figures are still available. There you go, Andy Masterson, for all your Hunter Biden crackhead smoking underwear having needs. Right there.
Pretty awesome.
Fantastic Mr. Knox for 5. Ryan and team, go watch Jackass Forever. By the way, it broke even on its first weekend. I've always liked the Jackass shit. I really have.
I have to watch that with a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's tough.
You just laugh at each other. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you're just laughing at like old men brutalize themselves, there might be something wrong with you. Like if you're just alone, right, and cackling to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing that with a group of friends is perfect.
Yeah. CJ for $10. Jeremy Ryan, you guys are great on Tatum and Daily Wire. Oh, we talked about that one. Thank you, CJ. Brianna Watson for 5. 4G has revealed that Epic Mike is not so epic. Nay, he is infamous Mike now. Excerpts of the Journal of Epic Mike. Thank you, Brianna Watson. Ty Sloan for 5. Are you guys a fan of Critical Role? Also, thoughts on the new Wookiee Chrysanthemum in Boba Fett. He's not new. He's from Star Wars comics. He's been around for like 5 years. But
I haven't seen Boba Fett, so
all I know is he went toe to toe with Obi-Wan, and if they made him really soft in the show, then that's a shame.
He didn't kill a Boba Fett who was literally naked in a bacta tank. He couldn't kill him.
That's how he got his scar of his eyes. Obi-Wan cut him with his lightsaber.
It is truly to me, it is truly incredible for me that I have not had any desire to even go watch that episode that just happened. Like, what was it, 2 episodes ago now or whatever? The Ahsoka episode and the Luke episode. You know,
it was last week.
Was it last week? Okay. Like, yeah. I don't even want to watch it. Like, I don't even care. It's so weird. I mean, you're talking to someone that I'm never going to apologize or backtrack on the fact that I love the Clone Wars season 7. I thought it was fucking fantastic. I thought it was excellent. I loved it.
Animation
I liked
was
a lot
great.
I loved a lot of the Mandalorian. Some of it I didn't love, but I enjoyed, specific aspects of the Mandalorian. There's no doubt about any of that. Now, I hated the sequel trilogy, obviously. God, I mean, I'm sorry, but The Rise of Skywalker is worse than fucking Last Jedi. It's a terrible fucking film. But when they fired Gina Carano, I lost all faith in anything they're doing moving forward. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm. And as far as Critical Role, I think that Critical Role has led into a lot of fucking actors and shit like that trying to get into geek and nerd culture when they're fakes. That's what I think. But I don't have anything wrong with Critical Role necessarily. I really don't watch them though. But yeah, well, I just see Fullmetal Alchemist Critical Role help destroy D&D. There you go. So a lot of fucking woke people started paying attention to it because of Critical Role. Kate C, aka Snake Plush Kitten for 10. I'm thinking of starting a channel. Do you guys think the name permanently demonetized is taken?
Yeah,
maybe
several people have that name.
Elklid Barrett for 5. Is it You Are Here? That would be great. You never know. I guess you
never know. I'll just say shout out to Sydney Watson. A heartfelt shout out to Sydney Watson.
Heartfelt. Lance for 5. If you haven't already, look at Troy Vincent being involved in the 2017 Patriots-Eagles Super Bowl, played for the Eagles, had a hand in the booth reviews. I am aware. No,
I'm
Lance.
not sad. I'm happy.
The Common Nerd becomes a channel member. Thank you, Common Nerd. WJ Valentine for $5. If anyone happens to see Michael Rappaport in public, please feel free to throw a snowball at him. I think that was a setup. Like,
Probably.
There's no way he posted it. He posted it. Like, why would he post that? It's a setup, but it got him a lot of press. So,
hey, and just on that note, just to be clear, I don't care about Star Wars anymore. I just want to remind everybody. I don't know if
One
I've
more time,
mentioned
I
that.
didn't hear you.
know,
Say that one more
That's
time.
hey, that is a badass truck though in that profile picture, Darth Vader. It's a badass truck. Nice.
Ashton Clark for 20. Hey, MC Poppy Yeager, this Mexican chick on Twitter literally just tweeted YouTube people listening to Kendrick Lamar saying, what did they know about the hood? And this chick is over here listening to white metal bands from outside the hood. MC Poppy Yeager. I don't know who that
is. It's something for Ivan.
Okay. Exile Martyr for 5. The Scott Wise Show has actually edited syndicated episodes of vids he already made on YouTube.
What? Wait a minute.
That's what they're running on G4.
They took his vid. Now again, I'm sure that there's a deal they worked out with him. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not trying to say that, but that's weird. I mean, look, Scott the Wise, again, I would argue, at least in this sphere, in this little gaming world, and no, Scott the Wise is, if you're looking for Scott the Wise, like if you've never heard of this guy and you're looking for him to be like bitching about SJWs, it's not going to happen. But like, if you're looking for incredible content, informative content on gaming, there's nobody better than Scott the Wise. The dude is on the next level. Like the production value, the information, and the entertainment behind it, he's amazing. But I'll have to check out this G4 stuff with him though.
Big Carswell for 2. Nice, Jay. My dad owns a lot of Krispy Kreme stock. 0 hour discussion with James Cruz for 50. Ivan, Krista, thoughts on Hukatu no Ken?
Je ne sais pas. I don't know.
That's an anime.
I don't know it.
Yeah, me neither. Hollywood Scholar for 2. What's up, man? He says, hail, y'all. Great show tonight. Thank you, man. Good to see you, buddy. Gamer for 5. Ham and pineapple pizza. That's Hawaiian. So no, not all pizzas created equally.
I want pizza right now.
Me too, and I'm on this fucking diet, dude. God fucking damn it.
Pizza.
Gamer word on your diet. That's all I'll say.
Oh, I know, bro, but I have to. We're gonna fucking go actually see people, so it's required.
I'll be fat. I don't care. I'm 40. I'm a man. I'm 40.
I care. I'm not 40, so. But no, I was able to drop like, what am I down? 11 pounds in like 8 days. So it's pretty good. So I don't have to do it much longer. And then I could pig out again for 6 months. El Cars data node for 5. Finally got some Latin flavor on this Wonder Bread factory. Well, he's fucking gone now. But thank you. JT Gunter for 5. Cheers to Geeks and Gamers and Drunk 3PO. Thanks for hanging out tonight at Disney Springs. Go, JT.
Hell
cool.
Yeah. Where'd Mike go? He said he had to bury something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, he said he was really tired.
I don't think he's feeling too good.
Johnny 64 for $2. No, it's the men who know how to park, Jay.
Oh, wow.
Getting roasted by Johnny.
JT Gunship for 2. Jay, you did park on the line. Cowboy shit for 2. Did you have something in your eye that day? No. MC for $5. They parked in a parking spot. Obviously, they're in the wrong. Yeah.
Oh my god, these are super chats?
Yeah. Taker for $2. Surprise Jay isn't blaming outward swinging doors. Yeah.
I can.
Scratch pad for Canadian 2. Drunk, you have awesome friends. Also park better.
It's gonna be the new channel thing now.
Justin McKees for 10. Thanks for brightening up my day.
Make a new channel called J Parking.
Jay parking on the line.
See how close I can get.
Parking the line. Drunk 3PO. Drunk parking. Nate D for $2 says Skyrim. Thank you. All right, and we're done.
Get us to the end, so we're all caught up on both sides. We got some young guy says, "Hail, Geeks Gamers! I'm moving out of California and going to the free state of Tennessee. I'm planning to buy land and turn it into a vegetable farm."
Ooh.
Well, first step is getting out of California. Tennessee is a great decision. There's Florida, Texas aren't the only two. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's definitely other good places to focus in on. So I'm really happy to hear about that. So good stuff. Dark Galaxy Gaming. Really, nobody is going to jump on Jay is Park slopping pun. There's so many puns with Jay. He's the #1 Twitch streamer for lawnmowers.
Simulate.
Now
I
he's
love how
number
like
one TikToker for worst
I
parking.
love how he interviews Melanie Mack, and to brag to her, he tells her, "Yeah, I'm the #1 Twitch streamer for Lawnmower Simulator," and
You
I'm
told
like,
her that?
"Yes, he told
She
her
was
that." Like
impressed.
he said it like
Ah.
super serious too, and he was
She
just
goes,
like, "Yeah, I
she
mean,
actually, go ahead, Jared.
no, go ahead."
She's like, I don't know what that is. So then someone sent a super chat, show her the clip. And I was like,
boy.
I'm doing a great job. So Jay's here. Wow. Yeah, Josiah. Is that what it takes to get a super chat out of you, Josiah?
Me?
Well, bring him on more often. I'm kidding. Nick says, have you guys heard of a YouTube channel called Meme? The skits there are gold, especially the series NPC University. I have not. You want to check that out, Ryan? So you can find that one. I'm
What
all
is
about
it
some
called?
gold meme.
There's
Captain
so
White
many
Bread.
fucking YouTube channels that are like
Dude,
just
that's-
fucking
I know.
massive. I've
It's
never
crazy.
heard of before.
It's crazy. Captain Whitebread says, hail from this vintage nerd. As old as Nerdrotic. Enjoyed watching you all here and on FNT. Thank you guys. I mean, Tuesday night's main event is really, it's growing faster than I thought it would. I mean, I obviously was, me and Gary were talking about how Friday Night Tights kind of, took off, and it took a while for it to get going. I mean, obviously Gary being on any stream is going to elevate it, because Gary's just a fantastic streamer, and he's killing it on YouTube. But, Friday Night Tights just, I remember when we were streaming to, 12, 1,500 people, 2,000 people, and now it's gotten up to where it's at 12,000 consistently. It's insane. But I think main event has, the same kind of, potential down the road. I think it'll probably take a year to, get to maybe 5,000 or 6,000, 7,000 even, but we're getting there. It's great, man. And it's been really, really cool. And there's another show that we, Gary actually will be. So somebody was asking about Gary. Yeah, you're going to start seeing him on main event occasionally once he gets moved. Because here's the thing, Gary came to me. So after Friday Night Tights really took off, he was just like, hey, we need to do something on Geeks and Gamers. And I'm weird about live streaming. So like I went a long time without live streaming. So I just didn't want to commit to anything weekly with him at that point in time. That was a while back. And now he's doing the Real BBC and other things. And so his time is limited, but he will be on main event occasionally once he gets settled in Texas. So definitely look forward to that. It's going to be awesome. And then, of course, Friday Night Tights is going to be huge this week. It's going to be massive. I'm really excited about it. But thank you for that, Captain. Appreciate that. Garrett says, huge fan of Geeks and Gamers. Is my B-day today, and I'm spending it sipping a brew and laughing my ass off to this awesome live stream. Cheers, mate. Well, thank you. Happy birthday to you, Garrett. Thank you for the support. We greatly appreciate that and appreciate you. And another thing, too, I'm probably going to stop re-uploading live streams to Geeks and Gamers Live. I'm pretty much just going to leave them on the channel now because it's weird because the content is crucial to keep up. It's weird. Can't fucking say that anymore. Like I said, Riffle was saying something the other day and he's like, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's almost like we got Tourette's now. You have to.
Jerk reaction.
But, the content is crucial. I'll be kind of clipping this up and making individual uploads for Rumble and, this channel. But just with so many channels now, like I'm making more content for Gaming with Geeks than I am any other channel right now. And I don't know. That's just where my mind's at. I really want to build the gaming side of Geeks and Gamers up. I do have a video I'm going to release. I might release it tonight. I don't know. Have you guys played the Mean Greens? Has anybody in the chat heard of the Mean Greens? It's fucking fantastic. I played it last night. It's $2 on the Nintendo eShop. So this is a video, Gaming with Geeks, I'll be uploading tomorrow. This game's fucking awesome. Look at that. Look, I just love the scale of this game. This is incredible, man.
That's cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Little green man.
Oh. Okay.
Was that a candy corn on the ground?
Look, yeah, candy corn was on the ground. But look, you're in a bathtub. You're in a fucking bathtub playing capture the flag.
Is this like?
creative.
It looks like Toy Story.
It is kind of like Toy Story, but yeah, you're in like a fucking now you're on a train going around a Christmas tree fighting.
You just killed your own dude.
No, I didn't. There's guys across there.
Are you
Looked
playing
like
with
it was friendly
potatoes?
fire to me.
That wasn't.
Jesus Christ.
The shooting
it's-
mechanics are not good.
I
And
mean,
this is like
for $2.
No, I know it's an indie game, so.
Are you playing against other people or?
Yeah, this is online multiplayer.
Yeah, there can't be that many people playing.
Wasn't a lot.
Did it take long to get into games?
No, quick. Game's been out for like 5 years.
Cool.
It's awesome though, but like the maps are fantastic. Like
It's creative.
that's the Halloween one. This is a. Oh, here I'll show you. Chris is gonna like this one. Let me find it. That's a fish tank.
Oh, Jay's favorite.
Yeah. This one's a kitchen right here. You have to stay on the counter.
Ooh.
Look at that shit.
Nice. This is so creative.
And this is the
Wow.
one.
Dang.
Okay, be
Look at
careful.
that.
Now this is the one Krista's gonna like, and I think Ryan will probably be a big fan of this one too.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Oops.
I don't know.
Not sponsored.
Locks.
Oh, hamster!
This way,
Ryan's
bro.
a big fan of gerbils.
Come on.
How many people have had hamsters?
No.
No.
Look at this shit.
Look at Jay hamster.
You have to guide the hamster to his cage.
I had one. It didn't make it.
You don't have to
This
push
is
him.
so
You just
good.
have to be within proximity, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I was still. I was
there's games like that, like fucking
Yeah.
Overwatch does that shit. Yeah.
Mhm. It is like
Cool.
Toy Story.
But yeah, and then
Okay,
you
where
can
you
be
at?
you can be a velociraptor.
The fuck?
Oh, you just eat people?
He just
Yeah.
like fell on his face.
Oh.
You just killed Logan.
But that's cool. But I'm gonna release that video tomorrow on Gaming with Geeks, so be on the lookout for that. It's about 20 something minutes long. But yeah, so that's it. Oh, sorry, shit, we got a lot to catch up on. Ty says, do you think there will be an alternative to Star Wars? Also, why do you think Grogu will die? He has to die based on the sequel trilogy.
Not gonna die.
I mean, I guess you can leave it
They-
open, but
They
go ahead,
can send
Ryan.
him out to the fucking unknown regions and him like do something, and then all the sequels happen. For some reason, he was away, and then he comes back like after the sequels. They could fucking do that. They
You know
probably
why?
will.
He's not gonna die because they're building a whole thing for him at the theme parks
What?
and at the Galactic Star Cruiser and all that stuff. They're gonna work him into all this. They just put Anakin and Padme on the Galactic Star Cruiser in their stories, and they just put the Galactic Star Cruiser in the High Republic. They're putting all these stories together to match this Galactic Star Cruiser. I have videos on my channel, and they're on Park Hopping. They're putting all these people on the Galactic, and Grogu's going to be a central part of all this stuff that they're trying to do over there.
The problem
So
is
I don't think he's gonna die.
the problem is that that's what we fucking told you to do, is focus on the old characters and the old lore instead of pushing these new characters so we could, oh, you don't like Daisy Ridley? It's not that we didn't like Daisy Ridley or Rey. It's that Rey was a terribly written character because you weren't interested in developing her. You were interested in saying, hey, you love Luke Skywalker? Guess what? He's not in the fucking movie. But you better love these new characters or you're a racist and a sexist. So now you're going and doing what all the fans told you we wanted in the first fucking place. Well, fuck you. Fuck all of you. Because that's exactly what we wanted, but you said we were racist and sexist for wanting these these old characters. Fuck them. So
I was the first one to say Grogu was going to be in Book of Boba Fett.
He's the
Told
first
my
person.
friends.
He did. Fantastic, Mr.
You
Knox
also
for
said
20.
Han Solo is going to be in it.
I said Han Solo too. There's
we've
one
got
episode left.
7.
Jay, if it's parked within the box, then it's good. Some people can't park for crap, and I've seen them all. one person who parked their high-end Audi. I had an Audi. Parked way close to my driver's side. Had to crawl from the boot to get to my car.
I completely agree. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. If you're within the lines, you're good. The guy that parked next to Jay was well within the lines.
Yep. Oh shit. Is any okay? Disparew's live on Twitch 23. Go ahead and share it, Krista. Let's get him.
Okay.
Let's Disparew's awesome. All right. So Darth Broly says, love the channel, all the content, and all of you. You all are more enjoyable to watch than any movies or anything on TV. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. That is awesome. Let's see. Jose M. Razorfist said it best. Hatred sometimes sells tickets. Apathy and indifference ends a franchise. Very well said. Razorfist is a smart dude. Chris says, congratulations, Sessler, being the #1 spokesperson for Geeks and Gamers. He thanked me with a block. He's a piece of shit. He really is. And Brian, thank you. Another $10.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Exiled Martyr says, there is a restaurant in Yonkers, New York called Pizza Barn. They serve 2-foot long. Oh my God. 2-foot long pizza slices. I went there and it was fantastic. Also, do any of you remember the now defunct Bigfoot pizza from Pizza Hut?
Dude, I remember those commercials,
man. I remember the commercials. I never had
big ass
one.
ones.
But I want to go here. But I mean, New York sucks now. But like
in San Antonio, there's a place that has, I think it's 42-inch pizzas. So a slice of that would be basically 2 feet, almost. So that's basically, I've had that before.
Don't forget to tell Odin on FNT of the pizza talk that was discussed on this live stream. Absolutely. Absolutely. Slosser says free base pipes and Whoopi is off the view. Happy Black History Month.
I love his profile picture. It's in Jay's spot too. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What the freak?
What is going on here? Yeah.
Yes, definitely check out Meme. It's hilarious. It hilariously mocks the left. Well,
I checked out a little bit of it, and it's like NPCs and stuff. It looks pretty funny.
We are always fans of that. So here you have Disparu, part of our Geeks and Gamers team, who's an integral part of our Gaming with Geeks channel. Disparu is really good, really knowledgeable as far as video games, stuff like that. So if you can, give him a follow. He is 23 away from 100 follows on Twitch. And Disparu's awesome. He knows his shit. He definitely knows his shit. So what do we got going on? Ryan, what's going on?
I don't know. I just I put out a video about Aquafina, the chick from most recently seen in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Cock Rings. She's basically getting canceled for using a black scent. So she appropriated culture that she didn't deserve to. So she put out this big apology, got ratioed in her apology, and now has quit Twitter. So I'm sure they'll chalk it up to toxic male white fans as the reason that this star quit Twitter. So I just put out a video about that on my channel. So go check that out. Other than that, just rocking, doing sports war stuff. So yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Big Lou's Pizza.
That's exactly it. Big Lou's Pizza in San Antonio. Portnoy's been there too, actually. So
El Presidente. If you love Mean Greens, you are going to love Hypercharged Unboxed. The game is also available on Steam. Krista, write that down for me.
Yeah.
Hypercharged Unboxed. Now, is it on Exile Martyr? Is it on consoles or just Steam? Brian, forgot to add a message to the last two, but thank you for all what you do. Well, thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
And thank you for the support tonight. Greatly appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying Tuesday night's main event. I really do. And we're probably gonna try to get another show rolling at some point too, a weekly show here on Geeks and Gamers. But time will tell if we can get all that together, because there's just a lot. When you have this many channels, then you have everybody's individual channels. It's a lot to keep up with. It's a lot to, stay on, because we got the, premium membership. We do multiple premium streams every week for our premium members on geeksandgamers.com. And it is a lot. Let's see. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. Biden, vote for my friends into the midterms, and you get a taxpayer funded crack pipe for free. Quality tested by my son Hunter. On that note, shout out to Gina Carano for her new film.
I can't wait for that shit.
I know.
God damn, that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Let's see. Looking forward to FNT. Hell yeah, can't wait. It's going to be a great one. Jay, what do you got going on, buddy?
Park hopping just at 12K. Thanks to you guys tonight in the chat. That's freaking awesome. Really doing a lot of stuff over there. It's kind of funny. Like we just did a video on. I mean, it's late night. Chris, to cover your ears, we did a video about a guy getting caught. A woman giving a guy oral sex on one of the rides. He got caught. So I figured we appreciate that.
Ryan's ready to go to theme parks now.
I mean, I haven't been to the theme park in a while, so it wasn't me. Wait, was it Universal or Disney?
It was at Disney.
We're both participants of age.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's funny. They stopped the ride and like they had to, they had to clean the ride and all that stuff.
Was it while it was cold outside?
I don't know, man. I don't know
Was
many
it
details.
a small world?
It was the People Movers ride.
Hell yeah, it's a good one to pick. All
I don't
right.
know what the fuck
It gets
that
dark.
is.
It goes through like a couple tunnels. It
People
gets
Movers
dark.
fantastic.
So I guess the mood just struck them funny.
People Movers fantastic.
So this coming Monday, Az will be on the Welcome to Rebellion podcast on my channel. Things are just moving over there. Awesome. Having a lot of fun with all that stuff. So yeah, everything is doing well on all fronts. So pretty cool. Got a new shirt that's gonna launch with 9line coming up, and Jeremy Ryan approved. It's good. They got to see it before a lot of people did, so it's kind of cool. So
awesome.
anyway, it's a lot of cool stuff happening, man. It's like moving quick. With all these parts, so it's awesome. It's really awesome.
Good stuff. Ty says, do you think Cal Kestis will be the main Star Wars character? Like just in general?
Ty, you have like the craziest questions.
He really does. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
He's not good. I don't think he's going to be a main Star Wars character. And like, I think it'll be like, yeah, they'll probably like have him do some random cameo or something. But in terms of, in terms of main character in movies or shows, probably not. He's already a main character in the games. So.
Okay. Let's see. Exiled says there's also a change.org petition to bring back Pizza Hut's Bigfoot Pizza.
Oh man, have you ever had that, Ryan?
I don't think I did. I think I was too young for it.
Big rectangle.
Like, I remember those commercials and shit, but I mean, they've already got some pretty big fucking rectangle pizzas there. They have the one that's like dipping where it's a pizza. It's kind of like just like cheese bread and pepperoni. I don't know if there's a ton of sauce, but it comes with like marinara, garlic, and ranch dipping sauces. I love that shit.
God, I want pizza so bad right now. Gamer says Sony Uncharted movie with Naughty Dog coming. I'm extremely cautious. I mean, I'm so torn on this movie because
I'm not.
I think some, like, if you look at the trailer, just take the strange element of the fact that Marky Mark looks far more like Nathan Drake than Tom Holland does. The trailer looks a lot like Uncharted's action scenes. Like they're just crazy over the top and all of that. Like it does. It's very reminiscent of those insane action scenes.
That's the cool part about it, is they're actually taking some scenes directly from the games, which I think is like awesome. The problem is you didn't take the fucking characters from the goddamn game.
Exactly. And so I think this is going to turn out to be a pretty big disaster, but I wonder how people are going to land with it, because those action scenes are the kind of, that's the quote unquote nostalgia bait that they're going to use to kind of make people remind it. But yeah, the characters and everything, this is going to be an interesting one for us to cover for sure. Captain says, forgive me for not knowing his name. It's Disparu. I already know. The British dude on your channel has had something wrong with his mic for the last 5 videos.
I know.
The Game Wing Geeks or the Geeks.
Yeah, it's like it's got a weird.
It's Poppy or something. There's something wrong. I told that to Jeremy the other day. He didn't
screenshot this right now. Screenshot this.
Got it,
Krista.
Got it.
It's show.
It's not like terrible. It's just like it's weird. Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird.
What's wrong? Oh, Brian froze up there for a minute. Y'all see that? Yeah, you were like, You were froze.
I think something's wrong with StreamYards.
It's not just no. That's with his like for Disprove. That's with his videos too.
Yeah.
I've also been uploading shit to Google Drive, so probably it.
Sci-fi is life. If you're going to start a food channel, I'm in. Krista will have to be running it.
Absolutely.
I'll do better reviews than Krista.
What do you got going on, Krista?
Well, tomorrow I'm excited to react to Nintendo's Direct. I'm really excited to see some Kirby games. I love Kirby, and the fact that he's getting a gun now is actually pretty funny. And I'm excited to see for Splatoon 3, hopefully, and other things to come. And other than that, I stream on Fridays and Saturdays on my Twitch. And that's it.
All right, good stuff. And yeah, tomorrow's Direct, I'm looking forward to it for sure. Gutsy says, what does everyone think about Mando and Boba Fett? Seemed pretty calculated to win people back with nostalgia after the underwhelming story of Boba.
The entire purpose of the Mandalorian, Mandalorian was created using Jango Fett's bastardized backstory. If you read Jango Fett Open Seasons, I think it's just a 4-book comic book run. It's literally exactly what happened in terms of origin story, his parents getting killed, being taken in by Mandalorians, all this shit. Same fucking thing as the Mandalorian. And they gave him all the qualities of Boba Fett that people liked about Boba Fett. That he's calm, that he's cool, that he's collected, he doesn't talk much, he's mysterious, all that shit. Then you bring Boba Fett into it. So what do? They make him different. They make Boba Fett a piece of shit. A literal fucking dog shit character who's worse at everything than Mandalorian. Who's worse than Ming-Na Wen at everything. How many times has Ming-Na Wen saved his ass in this fucking series? If you can't understand what's going on right now with Disney Star Wars, what they're doing to these original characters constantly being showed up by Disney characters, then you're not paying attention yet.
It's just beyond
so sad.
It really is. Forgot to tell everybody about this, but if you go to geeksgamers.com, our website, we do now have a channel link right here. So if you go to channels, it gives you all of the Geeks and Gamers channels right here. So there you go.
That's awesome.
So if you want to go check that out, you can. And then it gives you a little brief description of each one. And you can hit the subscribe button, and that shall take you to the channel, and you can subscribe. So that kind of puts it, and I'm going to work on a little more elaborate version of this, but for now, that kind of just gives you the information as to what the channels are. So definitely for everybody, because we know we're having a lot of new people find us, and it's hard to keep up with everything we have going on. I totally understand that. What's your opinion of Chris Stuckman, the reviewer? I used to love watching Chris Stuckman's reviews, and I really don't have a problem with anything from him. I'm just I used to watch 3 people. I used to watch Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, and FlickPick. And I still find myself watching Jeremy Johns more than any of them now, and then I still like FlickPick. I've had John Flickinger on the channel. I know he's good friends with Odin. That guy's always been one of my favorite YouTubers. It was kind of crazy interact with him. I was like, what the hell? I'm talking to FlickPick. He's crazy. I've been watching that dude forever. But Stuckman's fine. I don't have a problem with Stuckman. I just I don't watch his reviews as much as I watch John's and Flickinger. Sorry I'm late to the stream. Hope you guys are having a good night. Here's $5 for some energy drinks. Love you guys. Well, we love you right back. Appreciate that. And then Exiled says, Hypercharged Unboxed is on console, PC, and Steam. Sold. I'm going to check it out tonight. Already on it. There's so many games coming out, man. Johnny, yeah, just let me know, whatever it is. You goddamn right I'm a Trumper. You damn right I am. Okay. And in the great words of Donald J. Trump.
Everything woke. It's true. Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true.
Damn right.
That clip is still up and it has a pause before it starts. You can hear the mic click and you can hear the fucking computer typing, whoever's doing that.
Everything woke.
And then there's typing in the middle of it.
Ryan says,
this is not okay. It's just not.
Been that way for 6 fucking months.
He's saying he can get a better clip.
Yeah.
He's not going to get a different clip. It's already uploaded.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it, buddy. Okay, we're going to wrap it up tomorrow. Gaming with Geeks. There's going to be 2 live streams on Gaming with Geeks tomorrow. Plus, I'll upload my video of the Mean Greens. So you're going to have the Nintendo Direct reaction at 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern. That's when we start. We'll start 30 minutes early. And then tomorrow night, Splatoon 2 with the Geeks and Gamers team. It's going to be awesome. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for another amazing episode of Tuesday Night's Main Event. We maintained over 3,000 people for the majority of the show tonight. Ripa was on fire tonight. It was a great show, and we'll be back next week as always. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Smash the melee button. This video stays live on this channel. So comment after it goes, or after we end this. If you comment down, maybe timestamp your favorite part or whatever, it helps in the algorithm. Those comments help. So the more comments you make, don't just say like one thing or anything, just like maybe a little bit of substance to it. But thank you guys, appreciate it. Have a great night, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye everyone.